getting a buzz off the cigarette.
It's kind of cool. Like at my job, they'll just let you. They're like, "Oh, you want to go out for a smoke break?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I go out and I smoke, and sometimes I get a head high, and I'll come back in, and I'll just feel buzzed, and I'll just go like immediately start ringing up customers like, "Yep, how's it going?" Yep.
Yeah, this is kind of cool.
It feels cool.
Yeah, it's not like weed.
No, because you're not like fucked up in the head. It's just like your body's just like.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, it's live.
Did your lips get dry when you first started smoking cigarettes?
Yeah, they got really dry.
Okay.
Especially in the summer because it's so hot and dry
Yeah.
here. My lips were getting really dry. I had to carry around chapstick a lot.
Mm.
But now I don't, which is really nice. Fuck chapstick. Okay, so this is episode 22.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? I would 22.
Yeah, it's 22. Because
Oh,
it's the second
20,
one.
It's 22. Elijah?
Yeah.
You're 22, right?
No.
Come on.
You want me to be?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't talk to me until you're 22.
All right.
Never mind. Yeah, so episode 22, we're going to talk about Shaun of the Dead, because we didn't get to last time. And then the new movies recommended, The Dead Don't Die and Night of the Living Dead. Zombie episode. Is there anything else you guys watched this week? It's just been a week. I didn't get to watch much.
No, I've been kind of busy.
Yeah, me too. I've been busy as fuck this week.
I don't even really remember what I did. It's hard.
I've watched a few YouTube videos.
I listened to some music.
Just some?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should do a album episode.
Yeah, it'd be really
that would
nice.
actually be pretty cool. I
Vinyl
I listened to the first song on this Pink Floyd album called Atom Heart Mother. And it's like a 20-minute instrumental with like horns and shit, and it sounds weird. It wasn't even like really fun to listen to. But it was kind of cool. I don't know. I don't feel like I'd want to listen to it again, and it's the first song on the album.
What
Yeah.
does the rest of the album sound like?
I didn't listen to the rest of the album because I was listening to it on the way home from Norby's to the album, and it took the whole fucking drive because it's this 20-minute song where there's like these weird horns and shit. I don't know. It's like creative, but I listened to some of this Kanye West album, The Life of Pablo.
Oh, yeah. Anthony be like, yeah.
It's pretty
Kanye.
cool. It sounds good. I listened to this other Pink Floyd album called Animals.
Oh, really?
Oh, is that the one with the pig?
Yeah. That's a cool one.
Yeah.
There's only like 5 songs on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think you'd like Animals. It's like a social structure.
I like Animals.
Type of. Yeah.
My
I liked it.
My only relation to that album is my 10th grade science teacher had like a poster of it in his room.
I
wow,
love
that's,
the poster.
That's really cool.
It's my
Yeah.
wallpaper right now.
Is it
Oh,
really?
is it?
Yeah.
I need to change my wallpaper. It's been too long.
What's your wallpaper?
My lock screen one is that box I burned. And then my home screen one is like this one shot from the end of Akira where it's like this, almost looks like an iris. It looks like this.
That looks cool.
Yeah, that
Like an
shot,
eye a little
yeah.
bit.
My lock screen is, I think it's Thurston Moore with his hands that look like eyes.
Oh.
That looks fucking tight.
And then my home screen is an ass.
Let me see. Is it your ass?
No, it's
Oh, nice.
Dude.
Nice.
Imagine
Velvet Underground.
Imagine writing a character who's like their lock screen and home screen is just like pornographic images.
That'd be cool.
That's what I thought Raw was when he took out his computer
Yeah.
and like it was just porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was just his home screen.
You're pretty cool. It says a lot about a person if they're if their like wall screen paper shit is all pornographic images and like naked ladies and stuff.
I feel like that takes a lot of confidence.
Are
really
there like
does.
YouTube pages of like people who just talk about porn?
For sure. There's
I mean,
totally gotta
Like
be.
porn, like Chris Stuckman, but for porn.
Oh, I don't know about that
I
professionally.
think they'd have to do it on Pornhub or like OnlyFans or something.
No,
like
no,
that.
no. YouTube.
No, I don't think they could do it on YouTube.
No, they
I-
don't show any images. They just talk about it.
Why don't you do it?
Um,
That sounds easy. You could just like open up your webcam on your laptop. and
Yeah,
You could do it.
but that's like distasteful.
You could just wear a mask. Just say, just it's not you.
Um,
Come with just a really cryptic name.
like some
Elijah.
weird 4chan.
Fox.
Um,
Just do Fox.
That would be a funny person to write about.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, that's a better idea.
Yeah, I don't think there's anyone on YouTube. Like I know like porn stars have their own like podcasts and shit.
What the fuck?
Like doesn't Riley Reid have her own
There's-
podcast?
Yeah, pretty much.
I've heard. Why don't people like her?
Who?
Riley Reid.
Didn't
Oh,
she-
she's.
She like.
I don't know. I like. You know Raka Raka?
No.
Oh,
You know
are
Raka
they the
Raka?
motherfuckers like Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings?
I fucking love those guys. Oh, dude, they do like this Ronald McDonald skit.
Yeah,
I fucking.
mhm.
They're just they're these Australians who are really good at doing like stunt work.
Yeah.
Like that's like their whole thing is doing stunt work. I think they're trying to make a horror movie right now, but I don't know. They've been doing that for like the last 5 years. But one of them was like really hanging out with Riley Reid, and then I don't know if they're having sex or not. Probably. But I think he tried to ask her out or like try to like make something official, and she said no, and like dipped and went to go hang out with another YouTuber.
Damn.
I was like, dude, you can't do Raka Raka like that.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
I think the last one I watched was like Mortal Kombat in real life or some shit like that. I don't know. They were the dudes that made like like insert here in real life, except it was actually like good. Like it had like actually like
They
pretty
did like
decent effects.
they did like what was it? Marvel versus DC. That one's so
Yeah.
fucking funny.
Well, like Harry Potter versus
Star Wars.
Bro,
So
I remember showing my 7th grade like middle school English teacher like that fucking video for no reason, and she didn't really like know what to say, so she was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta watch it.
They're so
You have to
stupid.
watch some of them.
Yeah, we should
Okay.
show you some. There's the
Okay.
video that got him really famous was this one where they were listening to a song. I think it was like the Fireworks song. Wait, by what the fuck's her name? Taylor Swift?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry, yeah. They were listening to that in the car, or some pop song. I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
Firework. And they were listening to it, and one of them, had a lighter, and they caught the top of the car on fire, and the whole car is like catching fire, and they're trying to get out of the car. It's all staged, but it was just like it got them on the
It's
news.
actually on fire.
But it
though.
got them on the news, and
That's
people
cool.
didn't know it was fake.
Raka Raka.
Rocker.
Yeah, they're tight as fuck. Their content now isn't like as good as it used to be. Now it's like a lot of vlogs and like them reacting to shit.
I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. But they're cool as fuck. I really like them. They do really good stunt work. Yeah, enough about Rocket
Yeah,
Rocket.
they're Australian.
The Australians, yeah. So
Yeah.
they talk like retards. They're so fucking funny. It's just like Ronald McDonald is like this high pitched Australian dude. What's one thing he says? Fuck. I'll just have to show you the video. I used to love watching their videos.
Yeah, they used to freak me out when I was a kid, cause it was always like the thumbnail would be like Ronald McDonald with like blood all over him.
Yeah. I'd be like,
So I wouldn't click on those, but I'd click on the other ones because I was too scared to watch those.
Really?
Yeah.
There's this one video they make called like, I forget what it was, but it's like Ronald McDonald kills a bunch of little kids, and he's like they dead ass got like little kid actors to like pretend to get killed by Ronald McDonald like by chainsaws and stuff.
I want to see their horror movie.
Me too.
I feel like it'd be really good effects.
They did this one. Oh, dude, they did this one video, where they pretended like it was a YouTube live stream or Instagram live stream, and they just started out doing like some stunts. Like their stunts are pretty big now. Now that they're like
Mhm.
they have like over 1 million subscribers, I think, and so like they're using like cranes and stuff. Like they're getting actual funding for it.
Oh wow.
They have a lot of money now. And they do the stunts themselves. Like they've grown up like doing like WWE. Oh, they did this one WWE fight like just amongst themselves in the backyard.
I don't remember.
And they're like it's a little recent, but they were like putting nails on like boards and stuff and like slamming each other into it and like getting light bulbs and like smashing it over each other's heads. It's crazy. They have to go to the hospital. But in this one Instagram live or YouTube live, one of the brothers, because they're twins,
Yeah.
they're two Australian twins. He falls from this crane and like they have to take him to the hospital. But as they're taking him to the hospital, they get in like a car crash and they have to go in like some dude's house, and it's like turns into like this whole supernatural shit. So anybody watching it live was like, "What the fuck just happened?" But they do stuff like that.
I'll have to check them out, like their more recent stuff.
Raka Raka.
Yeah, not a
Yeah,
lot of it's
okay.
good. Right now, their earlier stuff's better.
Yeah.
There's this one video where they show Ronald McDonald giving like a sex ed talk,
Oh.
and the dildo that he's like showing like how to put a condom on gains sentience, and like goes in his mouth and like comes in his mouth. So it's not on YouTube anymore.
I just remember Kids React did a reaction video.
Did they
for
really?
Raka
I need to find that. I haven't seen that.
Where are they? Like the Fine
Australia?
Bros.
The Fine Bros, dude, they're still making that shit. I'm pretty sure
Are
they're still
they?
making React videos. Do you know the React videos?
I've heard of those. Yeah.
I used to watch a few of them. Yeah, it's just like they got like Kids React. At
Elders
first it was Kids React, then it was like what? It was like Adults
Everyone.
React. Like now they have like
Yeah.
elders, everybody.
Yeah.
They need more.
Will it
content.
just be to like something, like a song or something, or
Yeah, it'll be
Um,
like
news?
Like
It'll-
whatever viral. Like they had one where it was like, where it's like I think they had one about like coming out videos.
yeah.
When like what the fuck was it? 2015 is when gay people could get married.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that shit.
It sounds like they did shit like that. They have like a Kids React to Gorillas.
Yeah.
They're like Kids React to
The band or like
the
actual
band,
gorillas?
like
Oh.
the
The
band.
band.
No, the band.
They'll
The
do
band.
they'll do like do kids know 90s music?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a Nirvana one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gotta be. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
definitely a Nirvana.
Okay.
one.
They're like the Watch Mojo of reaction.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
They've
Like,
done
do
it
they
to
get
death.
people who've like never seen these things before?
Well, yeah, they get like kids.
They get like, I'm sure they talk to him like, have you seen this before? But sometimes like they'll start like a band. They'll show them a band, and like the teenage like it's like teens react. They're like, oh yeah, I fucking love this song. And then there'll be
okay.
other kids like, oh yeah, I've heard of this.
Yeah. It's kind of creepy because if you watch like their videos, like you can see some of the kids like still on their channel.
Yeah, they grew up on the show.
Yeah, I think they have like college kids
Yeah,
react
college
now.
react. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fucking creepy because I'll pop in for one video and I'll be like, holy shit, like 7 years ago, you were still on here, and now you're still on here now.
There's this one meme of one of the kids on Kids React like back in like 2013. Seeing like some dudes holding hands or his kids
Yeah,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah,
and
yeah.
he's like, "Ew, that's gross." And then shows him like 5 years later, and he's like, "There's like I don't know, some really feminine shit, like Lady
He's like, "Oh
Gaga
my
walking
God, I
around."
love
He's like,
you.
"Oh my god!" He gets up and he starts like, he's like, "That's like damn, what the fuck."
I think someone made an argument on like Reddit or some shit like that, like, oh, they made him gay, because like in that video they like taught him like, oh, it's okay to be gay, like you don't have to, like it's not right for you to like tell people that they can't be gay.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, okay. And then 5 years later, he's gay.
Yeah.
But he's also like, he's only like 7.
Yeah.
So I think we were all a little gay when we were 7.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Were you gay when you were 7?
Probably.
Are you gayer when you smoke weed? That's actually statistically true. When you smoke weed, you become like slightly more gay.
Just slightly.
Yeah, they did a study where they like had men look at like gay porn, like this is gay, and they smoke weed and like, oh,
I get
like there's
it.
more like there's more arousal in the brain.
Huh.
It's weird because I don't know.
Opens up blocks.
Yeah, opens. Yeah, you pass through
That's like
boundary.
some Freudian, like everything's linked to being gay.
Yeah, that's pretty Freudian.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys watched or want to talk about?
I didn't watch it yet, but Chloe Sevigny has a short film.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like 16 minutes, and I haven't watched. Oh, I turned on my flashlight.
What the fuck? Chloe Sevigny.
Yeah, she has like a short film. It's like a bunch of women in a house, and it looks like a horror movie.
Oh shit.
Not a horror, like a horror.
Yeah.
Not horror.
Like horror.
Yeah.
Okay,
Horror.
Like a horror movie.
Yeah, I couldn't say Uptown Funk, like by Bruno Mars, because it kind of sounded like I was saying fuck. Yeah.
Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
I remember when that song came out.
Yeah, I remember when that song
Do
came
you have
out.
a favorite Bruno Mars song?
The grenade one.
The grenade one?
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
How does it go?
I'll
Catch a grenade for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I actually hate Bruno Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Why?
Bro, dude, you don't like Bruno Mars. Don't fuck with me. You do not like Bruno Mars.
No, why don't you like Bruno Mars?
I just don't like his music. Yeah, I just finally uploaded. I mean, I don't know. Every time I listen to him, like, I don't think anything when I listen to it. That's the thing. I don't think anything. It's like I'm not gonna. You imagine like searching up Bruno Mars on Spotify.
Yeah, imagine
You know what I
like
mean?
actually like listening to it.
I can't, dude.
What was it? Bruno Mars is the whitest artist in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like his music's really targeted towards like the white demographic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes like I saw an interview where he's talking about like his like favorite musicians and they're like these obscure like jazz musicians and shit like
Wow.
that. And then
Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing,
Yeah.
but then like he'll like he's like the white buffer where
Yeah.
it's like white people couldn't listen to like
Miles
actual
Davis.
Yeah, they couldn't listen to actual like Motown music or anything. So he makes the white version of it. And they're like, "Oh, I
So
get it
fucked up.
now." Yeah.
Yeah, he makes like white Starbucks girl music.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Like we play like several of his songs where I work
Yeah.
Where do you work?
at a retail store.
Oh, okay.
Have they brainwashed you to like Bruno Mars yet?
No, I don't know.
You kind of like.
I've like heard. I used to like really hate pop music.
Yeah.
Like I despised pop music.
Mhm.
I thought it was like
fuck
like,
pop music.
like these people are
type shit.
awful. They shouldn't be able to like hear, you know.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be allowed to make music. But then I think about their music, and even though it's kind of stupid and like sounds the same and all that, and it's like
Mhm.
you don't really have to think about it.
No.
It kind of sounds nice,
Mhm.
you know.
Whoa.
But it's like I don't know. It's not great.
No.
No, it's not. Like if we did the album recommendation thing and someone recommended a Bruno Mars album, it'd be like, really?
No, I don't think.
Really?
I don't think I'd allow that.
Yeah,
person.
yeah.
I'd be
Pick
like,
something else.
That should
can't
be an
do that to me.
established rule.
Yeah.
Like no Bruno Mars.
No
No
Bruno
Bruno Mars.
Mars.
Who else?
No
Katy
Imagine
Perry.
Dragons.
No Imagine Dragons.
Um,
Does Linkin Park count?
Yeah, I don't get the whole Linkin Park thing.
I haven't really listened to him, so I don't really know.
No Blink 182.
fucking Kate should be Blink-182.
Oh, yeah.
Fallout Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No Fall Out Boy. My Chemical
Yeah,
Romance.
no Midwest.
They have one
emo.
song I like.
The Black Parade song.
No, that song's lame as fuck.
I
I like
Teenagers song?
Teenagers.
Yeah.
That song's
I haven't
kinda
heard
cool.
that one.
I remember my cousin showed it to me like in middle school because she was like a really big My Chemical Romance fan, and I just remember seeing the video. And in the video, it's like the nerd goes into like the bathroom, and like it shows like his feet enter the bathroom. You just see a girl's legs like go down, and I was like, I don't get it. And then now I get it.
I haven't seen it, so I don't get it.
Oh, it's
I'm
like
glad you get it now, though.
Yeah, now I get it. Yeah,
Does it make you feel good that you get it?
yeah,
Yeah.
sex.
No.
There's a
Nirvana.
Megan Trainor song that they play at work. That Megan Trainor song,
Which
all about
one?
that bass.
All about that.
Oh
bass.
yeah. What about it?
And I think I got brainwashed into liking that song at work.
Oh.
Because you hear that shit so many times, and you're like, well, I'm not
Do
gonna
you say
kill
the
myself.
No trouble?
Huh?
Do you say no trouble?
No trouble?
Yeah, isn't that one of the lyrics?
I think she says
Oh.
treble.
Treble?
Because it's like
Oh,
bass like
I'm
treble.
all-
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said trouble.
You
No,
said trouble.
Trouble?
You
No, I
said-
said treble.
No, you said trouble.
Oh,
You
my
just
bad.
said
I meant
the same
tre- I
word
meant
twice.
And it's like, I'll try to think about this song.
Oh no, dude.
And I thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, okay.
Don't put no. When you start putting thought into something, you're gonna start liking it.
But that's
Oh,
okay.
dude, that's actually true.
Yeah.
I just thought about it right now at my work.
Yeah, I just thought.
They play the same 5 songs over and over again.
Yeah.
But every once in a while they'll play like a really good song. Like they'll play like David Bowie, but it won't be like a popular song. It'll be like
cool.
it'll be like David Bowie, Sound and Vision off the album Low, and I'll be like, what the fuck?
I don't
like-
even know what the fuck that is.
Some,
Yeah,
some
exactly.
Some request.
I started listening to the album because I saw the Ian Curtis movie, and that's the album that he buys. And I was like,
Oh.
David Bowie.
I want to see that. Control?
Yeah, Control.
I
You
wanna
can
see
borrow
Control.
it.
Okay, that'd be cool.
I'll bring it out to you.
The
like,
guy that directed that movie directed the music video
Heart-Shaped
for
Box.
Heart Shaped Box.
Oh, really?
Anton
That's pretty cool.
Corbijn.
Yeah.
Mhm. But yeah, they'll play that, and it'll be in between like Billie Eilish and like Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh,
And
shit.
I'll be like, this is nice. They played Aphex Twins the other night.
Did they really?
I swear to God,
That's
like I was on the
cool.
phone, and like I was like, wait, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. She was like, what? I was like, shut the fuck up. And I was like, no fucking way. And it wasn't even like an Aphex Twins song. That was like off an album. It was like, do you know the Monkey video? The drummer monkey.
Yeah.
It was that song.
What the
I swear to
fuck?
fucking God, they were playing that, and I was like, no fucking way. And then they started playing like a random like piano ballad, and I was like, no, you played Aphex Twin, didn't you?
Yeah, that's fucking tight.
Yeah.
Damn.
They-
So at least they play like different music at your work, because we
Um,
have like the same 30 songs on repeat.
No, see, that's it. It is
Yikes.
30 songs, but like every week it'll play like a good song.
Ugh. See, every now and then we get a good song, but then it's like we hear the song so much that's like, no, I don't want you to play this song here because now I'm gonna hear it too much and not like it. Like they started playing "Do It Again" by Steely Dan. It's like I don't want to hear this song at work.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear like we have this one song that goes like
What's that one?
I don't feel like dancing, no sir, no dancing today.
Oh, I don't
don't
think I know
feel
that
like dancing,
Oh,
dancing.
dancing.
What you
Oh,
what you-
okay,
what am I
yeah,
in the
yeah,
mood?
What
Yeah.
about it?
Like songs like that.
That one? What about it?
It's just like
Kind of catchy.
kind of
It is a
catchy,
little catchy.
and it's enough where it's like, okay, I wouldn't like normally listen to this song, so if like I get stuck in my head for the rest of my life, like that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want "Do It Again" stuck in my head because that
That's-
song's like beautiful.
That song's a little bit more doable for a work environment.
"Do It Again,"
No, that
Oh.
song's a little bit more doable.
the dancing song.
Yeah.
Yeah. We play like this one. We play this other Bruno Mars song, "Blocked Out of Heaven" or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bruno.
We play this one Pitbull song, "Cheerleader."
Oh no, that's not Pitbull. That's like that's another fucking dude.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know exactly what you're talking about. She is always right there when I need.
And then
her.
and then shit like that. And then sometimes they'll play "Sultans of Swing."
What?
I don't know what that
I
one
know
is.
The Dire Straits song.
I only know the.
Oh,
I only know like one Dire Straits song.
that's a cool song.
Yeah.
But it's like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Though, like, do you know who Olivia Rodrigo is?
Yeah, she has a song in "Mommy," I think.
Oh really?
Does?
Oh no, that's Lana Del Rey.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's Lana
okay,
Del Rey.
yeah.
No, doesn't Olivia Rodrigo like she does like sad music, right?
It's like she's only had one album, but it's all just about her breakup.
Yeah, yeah.
She's
She
only,
kind of
like,
looks like
17.
yeah.
Yeah, and all like every song like is like really specific about the breakup too. Like it's not even just like like breakup songs are like, oh, I loved you, you loved me, now you don't
Yeah.
anymore. Like it's like really like ominous, right? Now Olivia Rodrigo's like, oh, remember like in the middle of the chorus of this one particular Billy Joel song, you used to tell me you loved me, and now like you're probably telling her in the same like your backseat of your Corvette 1963 car that's red.
That's red.
Yeah, that's red. Yeah, that's one of her songs, and they play it every fucking day. And there's only one part I like, and it's because it reminds me of Talking Heads.
Oh yeah.
Because they do this thing where they get her voice and they like make it sound like an instrument, like they modulate it, so it just sounds like it's like.
Does it make her
That was
voice sound
pretty
better?
Well, no, it's not like it's not recognizable as her voice, but it's like you can kind of tell like they took her voice and they just like stretched it out and just made it like.
Okay.
For one part, and I was like, oh, this sounds like David Byrne.
Do people listen to Olivia Rodrigo or just
Yeah.
like teenage girls?
Oh no, just teenage girls.
Okay.
Yeah, those aren't people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
she-
but like, I meant more like broad.
Oh no, she doesn't have a broad appeal yet. I don't know. It's really weird because, you know how they always say like the sophomore slump because the second album's like too personal because they got too comfortable making like an album. You know,
Yeah.
like so the first album's got to be really
Yeah,
good,
yeah.
like pretty like good, but then the second album's like, oh, that's like too personal, too emotional. She made that her first album, so I wonder like what she's gonna go on from there, like
Huh.
because all that whole album's just about her breakup. So I'm like, what are you gonna do now?
Have
I
another
don't know.
breakup?
Yeah, exactly. And she has this shitty. I hate it when fucking like rich fucking like attractive people they make like songs and shit where it's like, oh, no one fucking likes me.
Yeah, it is kind of fun.
She literally just has one song. It's literally just like one guitar riff. It's like don 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 don. The whole fucking it's like a minute long, and it's just her rambling, and it ends with her going like, and I wish people liked me more, and I wish people saw me more. And I wish I was prettier. And I'm like, shut the fuck up. She's like, I don't know. She's like like a teen. She's like a Britney Spears
Yeah.
type of like idol, and it pisses me off because I'm like, you're literally living the dream right now. You're an attractive woman that can sing, and you have all these men at your feet and all these women at your feet that don't even know that they even like women yet, and you're like, fuck my life, bro.
Yeah, like, is her life really that sad in between, like, all the concerts and shit?
Yeah, is her life really that sad? I don't think it is that sad.
I don't know anything about
At
it.
all.
You can just go out, buy shit, and have sex with attractive people.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's also 17.
Yeah, well.
And Fox looks.
Box
Yeah.
lives.
Yeah.
But yeah, do you want to start talking about? I just realized.
Yeah, we're
this-
alright. We're like 25 minutes.
Oh,
Alright, we can
wait,
start talking about.
Wait.
This-
What do you think about Billie Eilish?
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
What do you think about it? Her.
Nothing.
So you... okay. I was gonna say.
Go on.
I don't think about her.
Oh, you don't think about her?
She was what? Oh, I do think one thing about her. The Bad Guys song sounds like shit.
Oh, the dum dum.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what the? I remember hearing this in the gym. I was like, "What the fuck?" Is
I
this
thought it
song?
was like
sounds
a-
like it sounds like it's made in garage.
So I'd never heard, like, the song in its entirety. I just heard, like, the goofy part.
Mhm.
And I thought it was just, like, a funny little jingle someone made. I didn't realize it was a song. Yeah. I'm like, okay, they made this shit for, like, a Geico commercial or
Yeah,
something.
it sounds like it should be in like a little kid show.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said some shit, like I saw an interview where like the beat of the song is like specifically like the crosswalks in Australia. Like when they tell you to go, it's like.
Oh, okay.
So they said some shit like they recorded it, and that's just the whole backbeat of the song. It's like.
Oh, I mean that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's badass. She's like. Doesn't have a bad voice. That's what I think of
No.
Billie
I
Eilish.
haven't heard a song where she's like actually singing.
They play one at work every fucking day. It's called
Oh, yeah.
Ocean Eyes.
Ocean Eyes.
And she made it when she was like 16 or something like
Oh,
that.
okay.
And I'm like, yeah, you can sing. And like I don't know, like her songs are really catchy, and she's definitely like gonna go somewhere because I feel like she fills like a sort of role in like pop music that's not really like being represented right now, which is
Yeah.
like the like I don't know, like Olivia Rodrigo's like Britney Spears-esque.
She's like a tough girl.
She's like tougher, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I guess like you're gonna like go far and like this because you she's like Ariana Grande. She does one thing really well. Ariana Grande does one thing really well. She can sing really well.
Yeah.
She can't write really well, but she can sing like pretty good. Anyway, yeah, we should talk. This isn't what'd you call it? Vinyl
tongue. No, yeah, this isn't.
Yeah, welcome to Vinyl Tongue, episode 1.
Yeah. This is a pilot.
Yeah, let us know in the comments. Do you guys want to see more of this?
Yeah. There's only 2 people watching right now.
I want to see more of it.
I want to
hear
talk more
of
about it.
Um,
Yeah, that'd be fun. Like have like an actual record player. I have one of those DJ record players that like a turntable. I need to fix it.
You should.
Yeah, I literally bought some soldering stuff to fix it and everything. I just haven't done it.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, it's like it's pretty badass looking. It's like the generic one that you see in all the movies and shit. It's like that one, yeah. Okay, do you guys want to get into Shaun of the Dead?
Oh, is that the first movie?
do we want to do
Probably.
Shaun of the Dead first or Night of the Living Dead first?
Should we go?
I guess we could do, if we did it. Actually, we could do it that way because like you can see how Night of the Living Dead influenced like all the rest of the movies we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right, we can start with Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
All right, so 1968, George A. Romero, Night of the Living Dead,
Uh-huh.
black and white,
Mhm.
starring, I forget their names.
I forgot the real name is Dwayne.
Starring Dwayne.
Black
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, the black dude.
Man, having the main character be a black dude is such a good touch.
Yeah.
It really changes like the
Yeah.
whole vibe of the movie instead of it just being like some white dude. Like having it be a black dude, like this feels
It was
fucking
pretty cool. And then for the 60s, that just wasn't like a really
yeah,
common
it was
thing.
like you can even tell how that like choice influenced like zombie video games too. Like they always have like one black dude in like
Really?
every zombie video game. Yeah.
Is there a black dude in Shaun of the Dead?
No, because they're British.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't like him.
Yeah.
They're all just white. But yeah, so what do you guys think of Night of the Living Dead? The original zombie movie.
Is this you can go first.
Jal being said to do it. I think she's talking about Vinyl Tongue.
Vinyl Tongue.
Or
Vinyl Tongue.
Night of the Living Dead. I don't know. Night of the Living Dead, Elwood.
Night of the Living Dead. I enjoyed it a lot more than I remember enjoying it. Like, we were sort of talking about it in the car on the way over here.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it's pretty, like, well, like, it's kind of reminds me of, like, Evil Dead, except Evil Dead's a lot, like, goofier than this.
Wait, more
movie.
goofy?
I think Evil Dead's a lot more goofy.
Yeah, Evil Dead is more goofy. Yeah, for sure.
It gives me the same, like, it's like.
I think the car is like, they look pretty close to me.
No.
Like, I don't think they're the same model. I don't think, because I know the car in Evil Dead was like,
that's
Sam Raimi's like actual car.
Yeah, that's like his mom's station wagon that she gave to him.
But they look so similar. Like,
yeah.
Because I forget how the Evil Dead one looks. I was like, that looks really close to it.
It's pretty similar. I think like the one in Night of the Living Dead's a Pontiac, and then the one in Evil Dead's a Oldsmobile. I think they're like a few years apart.
Yeah.
I'm not a car guy, so.
They have like the same like body type.
Yeah.
They're very similar.
But yeah. It reminds me very much because it's like, I don't know. There's a very particular kind of movie where it's like, the director is the writer, is the cinematographer, is the editor. And it feels that way. It feels like there's one guy making this movie. I know like there's another writer, but like, it feels like there's one like fuck that guy. He has no other credits to his name besides this movie. Like it just feels like one concentrated like he had an idea, like he had a vision of what a zombie should be like, which is kind of fucking crazy, cause he's the dude that's like, this is a zombie movie. Yeah. Like this is a zombie. Like look at this shit. And everyone was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? This is a zombie?" And they're like, "Yeah, this is a fucking zombie."
How much other zombie stuff was there before this movie?
I think I searched it up. I think this is like the modern zombie. Like the way we think of a zombie, this is like the movie. I think like me and Jen were like trying to search it up. I think they said like there's like other like cultures that like talk about a zombie, but it's never like what we think of a zombie. It's always like, this woman just came back to life. There's nothing wrong with her or anything like that. There's like white zombie, but it's
that
not
was
like,
that was the only thing I thought of.
Yeah, white zombie's not really like a zombie though. It's like isn't it more like a ghost? Or like
it's like really supernatural.
I would say like I feel like zombies before this movie would have just been like you know they said ghouls and stuff.
Yeah,
just been like a ghoul type of thing, where it's like kind of a ghost but not a ghost.
Yeah, that's kind of what it was. So like this was the first like zombie movie. It's kind of interesting. Like George Romero, like he didn't have anything to base it off of. He was just like,
that's what's crazy.
I think it's nuts because like this felt like, it just felt like a zombie movie. You know, like it felt like he really set like the standard of what a zombie movie is, and the influence. Like this is the first time I'd ever seen it. I was like, this is blowing my fucking mind. You're like boarding up all the fucking windows and the doors. Like, dude, I do that in Call of Duty. It was like, dude, the movie basically influenced this video game. Yeah, but I mean, alright, what do you think of it, Elijah?
You have to think about the movie in like a certain context when you're watching it. You know?
Yeah.
Like what you just said. You have to be like, this is the guy that invented the zombie, basically. And I don't know. I feel like there were times where I didn't think of it like that when I was watching the movie, and it like dragged a little bit. But I don't think that's necessarily like, that's not the movie's fault. Because like if you saw this movie in 1968, you would be pretty like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? And the DVD I watched it on was kind of shitty too. Yeah. Like I was telling Elwood about it, like the like main special feature was like scene selection, just to give you an idea of like what the DVD itself was like, and the image itself didn't look too good. But I think the cooler discussion about the movie is like, how did he come to think of like create the zombie like this? Yeah. Because everything else is fucking like even Shaun of the Dead, it's like the British zombie movie, but like it's basically like coming from this.
You can see where it stems from, yeah.
And it's kind of like a simple idea in a way. I mean, is there actually another way to like make a zombie?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a few different ways. Yeah, I mean, like, there's always like, you know, the different zombie movies have like different rules for the zombies. Like, all right, this is the slow zombie movie, where like they, you know, like Night of the Living Dead,
They
like
just
they're afraid
like,
of light, you know. And then like there's like
zombies.
there's fast zombies like what is it? Like World War
28
Z, World War Z, or
Oh,
20,
okay.
28 Days Later.
Yeah.
Or it's like, you know, so they have like different rules for the zombies now. I think there's probably a few other ways to do it. But I mean, it depends what kind of, I don't know, it just depends what kind of zombie movie you want to make.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think the only I feel like you can't really stray too far away from the look of a zombie.
Nah.
Like, I feel like we've only gotten to, like, basically, like, flesh hanging off and everything. But, like, I don't know. You kind of, like, when I first started I haven't seen this movie since, like, I was 14.
Mm.
So I think I just watched it because I was like, it's a zombie movie. It's Halloween time, you know? And I watched it, and I was like, when it starts off, you kind of think, like, oh, this is going to be, like proto-zombie. Like, this is going to be, like, everything's sort of here, but it's not, like, what we think of as zombie yet. But then you watch, and you're like, no, this is a zombie movie. Like, this is, like, it kind of amazed me because, like, I feel like with like you said, like, there's, like, certain rules that, like, it sort of changes for each movie. But some of the rules are still basically the same. Like, you kill the zombie in the head, you board up the windows, they don't like fire or like light, basically. Like, there's all these rules, and you'd think, like, over time, like, they'd become established just from, like, different movies and video games and stuff like that. But no, this movie made up all the fucking rules.
Yeah.
And that I was just waiting for, like, one thing to be, like, off. But no, none of it was off, and I was like, huh. Like, you really, like, had a very, like, clear, like, concise, like, idea of a zombie. Like, everything about it.
It's fucking you ever seen Amadeus?
The
Mozart movie?
Mozart movie? No.
Oh, fuck. Well, there's, like, parts where they're talking about Mozart, and it's like, God is speaking through Mozart. It's like God was speaking through George A. Romero to create this entire genre that would influence our country for more than, like, 50 years now.
Isn't that the dude who made One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest? Made Amadeus?
Yeah. Milos Forman. Milos.
Yeah.
The Czech guy.
Yeah. Cool. I like Amadeus.
Do me Amadeus.
I was listening to some Mozart.
Oh, were you really?
A little bit.
Oh, dude, I love Mozart. Ever since I saw that movie, I was like, Mozart.
I listened to Mozart, and then it made me think of Amadeus, and it's like, I know you like it.
Yeah.
I want to check it out sometime.
The director's cut is not bad. It's like 20 minutes longer, but I think I had a better experience watching it. I mean, it was the first time I watched it was the theatrical cut. I rewatched it, the director's cut.
Okay.
It's not bad.
It's like 3 hours, right?
It's 3 hours.
Okay.
The director's cut,
Okay.
whereas theatrical is 240.
Okay, that's not bad.
But I think I like the theatrical. But it's a little tiny bit tighter.
Mm.
But yeah, Night of the Living Dead was yeah, I genuinely enjoyed this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was also like, I was a big zombie guy when I was like,
okay.
when I was like 10. My first email was called Retarded Zombie. So,
Your email?
Yeah, my email. I still have it. I still use it actually. But the beginning felt a little off for me. Like you know, like setting up how it all happens. I feel like it could have been a little bit better. Like, especially since that character, the woman, like they really just kind of say like fuck her in the movie. Like reintroduce her as like, all right, she might have like an arc where she has to like help the black dude, you know, and like when all the other dudes die, and it's like, all right, it's a black dude and the white chick again. Let's see what the white chick can do now. And she's just like, she sees her brother and goes kills herself.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, the opening. I was really familiar with the opening because I found like, cause this movie's public domain.
Oh,
like,
is it? Yeah, it's on YouTube. That's why I watched it on YouTube.
Yeah. I was telling Elijah that like you shouldn't have just bought it. You should have just watched it on YouTube.
The version I watched was like, were there parts in it where like it was cut really like poorly, where like the middle of the scene, like it's just like a shot on someone's face, and then it just cuts to his face again.
There
Stuff
was
like that.
There was definitely a few moments where it was like, it felt a little bit, like not polished.
Yeah.
I watched mine on Criterion Channel. So I think,
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, I feel bad about
I didn't realize
not.
it was on Criterion.
Wait, what?
I didn't realize on Criterion.
Yeah, it's got a disc
Oh, tight.
and
Okay,
everything.
Cool.
So I watched it on there, and I think they might have fixed it. I think they might have restored
Probably.
it. Like,
Yeah, they do
That,
that.
that,
They do that
yeah.
shit.
It like there would be cuts that weren't like artistic cuts. They were just cuts because like it looked like
They had to or something.
they ran out of film or some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few moments like that on the YouTube version, or like where you can see like the splots on the film and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Or like
yeah.
there's a few shots where it'd like be like, was it shot reverse shot, and on the reverse it'd be like it was a little like underexposed, and it was like the lighting was all different for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't think I got that.
No, I mean,
Yeah,
the
I don't
criteria.
think
That's
no,
probably
hell
the
no.
best way to watch
yeah,
it.
for real.
Yeah.
I didn't. I would have done that.
I shouldn't have spent $5.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah.
Are you scared at all by this movie?
I was
Like, on its
I
own
wouldn't say I was
merit.
scared, but I was like definitely reacting to the movie.
Mm.
Like some of the tension, like it wasn't like intense, but like it worked a few parts for me.
Yeah, I would say like the ending, the way it was edited and the way it was shot with all the zombies coming towards the door,
Mhm.
it kind of made me anxious. And then the part with the truck.
Yeah,
it
that
lights
part
on
was.
fire and shit.
I was like, they fucked up. They
Yeah.
fucked up. What the fuck's wrong with these
With the
guys?
gas, right?
Yeah, I was like, I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, dude, he shouldn't be having a torch right next to the fucking
That's
like
fucking
gas pump.
dumb.
And then they catch fire. Like, you guys fucked up. Now you guys are fucked.
Yeah, I was really surprised that they fucking like died, cause I didn't remember them dying. But I was
Oh, really?
like- yeah, like I don't know.
Yeah, they all die.
I kind of like.
Do you not remember all of it?
Well, no, I didn't remember them dying like that. Like
Oh,
the
okay,
couple,
yeah.
I mean, in the truck.
I think because the way they shoot that explosion's really like you don't see them explode. You just see like them like in the car, like we gotta go, and then it's just an
It cuts to
explosion.
white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say watching it with with that part, it made I was really surprised because like I feel like when you watch like a movie like this, like an older movie, you kind of expect like the way it's gonna like a shot from all the way back here, you see the
Yeah.
car explode or something like you expect like a miniature or something like that.
Mhm.
But no, like it just does white, and I feel like it's a lot more. I think it holds up a lot better than if it were just a model or some shit like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. Yeah, I can see that. Like sometimes the miniatures don't look quite.
Yeah, they
Don't
don't
look quite,
right.
especially back then.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can see why somebody younger could be like, oh, they just fucking die. Or even like in a miniature, you wouldn't see their bodies or anything.
Yeah, and speaking of the kids watching this movie, I read Roger Ebert wrote in a review of the movie that when the movie came out, the MPAA hadn't had a rating system yet.
Oh, cool.
So like it would be like another month before like it got put out like in use. So this movie was like just general admission, like anyone could come in.
It's tight.
And so he said that there was like 6-year-olds like in the seat like next to him.
What
And when the
fuck?
zombies were eating like the fucking guts, they were like,
Yeah.
what and they said like some kids had to leave because of just how intense it was for them.
Yeah.
That's one thing too. Like, did he create like zombies being cannibals?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I think I've heard of that before.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
but I'm not too sure.
I don't know if I ever read them being cannibals. I always thought like, cause it's like ghouls.
Yeah.
So I always thought it was more like they just killed them rather than eat them.
Yeah.
That's like
It's pretty like the idea of a zombie's pretty. I don't know how I'd be. I'm sure there's like 100 documentaries on this fucking
Yeah.
movie. I'm sure we could
Mhm.
find out pretty easy. But yeah, the idea of like creating a zombie like the way it is today is pretty. Like you have to imagine some shit. Like, all right, they come back from the dead. It's like, what do? Are they just trying to kill people? It's like, yeah, they're trying to kill people, but they're also trying to eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And like, oh shit, and they're like, yeah, and when you get bitten by one, you also come back as a zombie. It's like that's
Yeah.
fucking, like, dude, that's pretty cool.
Well, isn't it kind of based off like fungi and shit?
I don't know what that is.
You don't know what fungi are?
Fungi?
Like fungus.
Oh,
Like
fungus.
mush-
I even
mushroom.
like I was like, who the fuck is fungi?
No, it's like that's what fucking like Last of Us is like based off
Oh,
of like the way
yeah.
the zombies are. It's like that like mushroom that grows like in the forest where it like makes ants like zombies.
Yeah. See, that reminds me of what you were saying earlier, where it's like they have to like look like a zombie because the Last of Us zombies, like they're like right on the edge of like not looking like a zombie.
Yeah,
you know?
well no, go on.
I was just like, if they don't look kind of human, if they look kind of like alien, it's like, all right, these are
Yeah.
just like alien zombies. you
They're
know?
just monsters
Yeah.
at that point. I was gonna say for Last of Us, I think like the bigger zombies are more like monster looking because it's just a bunch
Mhm.
of spores growing on them and
Yeah.
shit. Did you have any more thoughts, Elijah?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm thinking of them.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking about them.
I'll let you know when they come in.
I like how.
This-
Oh, go
sorry.
ahead. Good. Sorry, no, you go.
Oh, this is the first time I've seen it.
Me too.
the only other like scene I'd seen from the movie, aside from maybe like Google Images or something, is it's on the TV at the beginning of Halloween 2. And I've watched Halloween 2 like a shit ton of times. So like I knew that part where he's like, "They're coming to get you, Barbara."
Yeah.
That was like the only thing I knew about the movie, really. I knew it was like the zombie movie.
Yeah.
But I remember just like, I don't know, when I saw it in Halloween 2, I kind of felt like this movie's kind of goofy, you know? And I don't know, just like watching it, I know like it's like really inspiring, but there's just a part of it where it's hard for me to get into it.
What part of that do you think that is? Is it just like...
I think it's just like the zombies are kind of lame.
Yeah, I can
Like-
see that.
Like they're just like, ugh. And like the beginning part where Barbara's brother's like wrestling with the zombie, and like he loses to the zombie, but the
Yeah.
zombie's literally just going like,
Yeah.
and he fucking gets killed by it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I know for the time, like too, with like the way violence was in movies,
Mhm.
it's not the same as like what it was even like 10 years later.
Yeah.
But I get it, but I don't feel it.
Yeah, I know
You
what you
know?
mean. The beginning's a little bit... It didn't work so well for me either.
What's that word? Like the verisimilitude.
What the fuck does that word mean?
Like where like you feel like it feels real,
Mm.
essentially.
You didn't feel the verisimilitude?
I didn't feel the verisimilitude. Not like throughout the entire movie, but like certain parts.
Mm.
Like the parts that I think are really cool is like when the house is all boarded up and these hands are coming in there.
Yeah.
And that's just fucking... That's cool because something that kind of happened with zombie movies is they turned into like apocalypse movies.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
end
yeah,
of the
big
world
time,
things. And this doesn't really feel like that.
Yeah.
This, like, even though they kind of like try to explain it near the end, it feels like
It felt
like-
like, it felt like the beginning of COVID.
kinda
A little bit.
or I don't know if I felt that way, but it's just like, okay, these people are trying to survive and there's this
Mhm.
weird thing happening,
Yeah.
you know. And that was creepy. What do you feel about how they like tried to explain?
The zombies?
Yeah.
Like in the television broadcast parts?
Yeah.
For I mean, I was paying attention to that part, but I was also paying attention to like how they were doing, what they were doing, like how are they showing the TV. It was kind of stupid. I was just like, oh, they're like playing this shot inside of like a TV frame.
Yeah.
I was really paying attention to that. But I thought it was interesting because I was like, oh man, they had to go out and shoot all this extra stuff. Like they had to shoot
Yeah.
all this news footage and stuff. But I thot they were explaining it. Oh, I'll tell you what else was distracting me. There's this one video. There's a lot to explain. This
Go
one
for
dude
it.
sampled a part of the broadcast, which is the killers are eating the flesh. And there's this one video of this dude on YouTube, and he has a YouTube channel called Balaclavas, where he puts on balaclava masks, and he like he takes out a gun, aims at the camera, and he's like, "Get me all your fucking money." I think I showed you a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Like when I first met Elwood, I showed him these.
Is this guy
videos.
famous?
No, he's got like 600 subscribers.
Oh, okay.
So like
Very
decent.
tight-knit community.
It's just
Yeah.
weird.
It's weird. I mean, not only that, he's like some British dude, or I don't know,
Okay.
he's got an accent, but he also has videos where he dresses up like his woman, and then puts plastic bags over his face and like starts like doing some like
Suffocating
what is the
himself?
bug shit. Yeah.
Oh no.
But it's like a genuine. I don't think he's trolling. I think he's a genuine dude. Oh, it's Anthony.
Hey,
Hey, what up? We're live.
film fan.
Hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good. You're on the stream. We're-
Yes, awesome.
How you
Guys.
doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm actually so sad I missed the podcast.
You're all good. You're here now.
Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Where do I start? What are you guys talking about? How's it
We're
going?
talking.
What's the
We're
podcast?
going good. We're doing good. We're talking about Night of the Living Dead right now.
Is this the first or second one?
First one. We're instead of doing it in the order we recommended it, we're doing it like in terms of like
Consecutive years?
consecutively,
That's
yeah.
Chronologically?
yeah.
Oh, and it's perfect because the zombie thing too.
Yeah, exactly.
Man,
Yeah.
Especially with the combination of Jarmusch and Edgar Wright's approach to zombie.
Yeah, yeah.
In relation to like the one that kind of birthed the genre.
Anything you want to say real quick?
Yeah. Okay. So first, I apologize that I wasn't able to send the recordings because
Oh, you're all
I was gonna
good.
send one for each one. So I might just give some bullets from those and maybe some ratings. And then I guess I'll talk to you guys about the recommendation stuff or
All right, for
whatnot.
sure.
Also
Yeah.
next Sunday.
All right.
But that's some behind the scenes stuff for all those film fans out there. Shout out to whoever's listening and watching right now. Shout out to Elijah. Shout out to Elwood. Shout out to Willie.
Yeah.
Oh, so Night of the Living Dead. You know, I had actually watched this movie for the first time fairly recently. It was during lockdown.
Oh shit.
One night. Do you remember? So I'm with Deja right now.
Yeah, that's pretty fitting actually. Lockdown.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was. It was actually. It was great. I don't know what you guys have said so far, but you know, I think it's definitely influential over everything.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how influential it is in terms of like when we talked about Halloween and establishing a genre, you know, or a subgenre.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's even more has that like low budget charm than even like a Halloween or even Evil Dead. It feels very like, oh, this is a B movie, but like a self-produced B movie.
Yeah.
You know. But that being said, I think it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
What have you guys,
yeah. Had
what
fun.
you guys have said so far?
We said, yeah, we're talking about how it established a whole genre, like how influential it is on like all other zombie movies. What else did we say?
The way people perceive zombies.
The way, yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
like it also like just the idea of creating a zombie, like how he created the modern zombie.
One thing that was cool in Night of the Living Dead 2 with like the way they try to explain it through the TV. Like that was like a thing that went on in the zombie genre. You see it in like Shaun of the Dead where like he's watching the TV and like the newscaster's telling him about how like the apocalypse is going to happen. And then in The Dead Don't Die where they're like on the radio and
they're always on the TV.
And then like everyone's phone's fucking dying.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you hear Elijah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
What's
yeah.
up, Elijah? Shout out to Elijah.
How you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing all right. Great stories to tell you guys later.
Okay,
Not crazy,
okay.
But we just learned the true value of friendship and bonds.
Fuck yeah.
How you doing, Elwood?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I'm doing alright, Anthony. How was the concert?
Oh, well, we had our own personal concert. Long story short, my friend had bought 2 tickets for us plus him for tonight. But then, I guess he just massive procrastinated. And I guess his midterm or he has his paper due.
Fuck.
And he wanted to. He obviously was a big guy. He was a big guy to do it. It's like, dang, it's a responsible guy. But he could. He's like, I can't go to the concert. I'd be too stressed out even if I win. So, and I was like, hey, more power to you, man. You got goals. You got things you want to do. Do it. But we went to the freaking. We went there, and then the ticket wasn't working correctly because we needed it there. But it felt like more of just like, you know, just a sign. We took it as like, yeah, you know, honestly, didn't feel right to be there without him anyway. So we left and we went to go have dinner.
Oh,
So
that sounds nice.
It was still fun, but I got to tune into the film, fan. I was thinking about and start too. I mean, this is more just like just friendship stuff. You guys are my friends, so
Fuck
yeah.
yeah.
But some cool film stuff to talk about too.
Yeah,
like
there's a lot of stuff to talk about right now.
Anyways, sorry. Yeah. So for Night of the Living Dead, all right. Just so I don't take up too much time. Wish I was there, but I'll be there soon. There was one thing I wanted to ask you guys about.
Yeah.
And it's like in terms of like George A. Romero's like more like larger career, and how like Night of the Living Dead kind of like, you know, skyrocketed him as it should to like, you know, sort of like when you kind of like change the game. Which I guess spoiler, that's going to be my rating for this movie. It's a game changer, you know? It's a game changer. What did I give another one like that recently?
Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Halloween. You know, when you create a genre, it doesn't matter. That's like some true. You're in the echelon.
Yeah, you're in the book.
So obviously, it seemed to be something that he would return to, and maybe sometimes with an idea in mind, like with Dawn of the Dead, or I think it's Dawn of the Dead, which is inside the mall,
Yeah.
which is supposed to be a reflection of like the '80s like economics of the time. But then you have stuff like I don't know if it was his very last movie, but one of his like last movies. It's called Diary of the Dead, and it's like a fucking Blair Witch like found footage like on a digital camcorder version of like a zombie movie from like 2007 or something.
Is it good?
No.
No, it's not good.
It's as goofy as it fucking sounds. But that being said, there were moments where it seemed like he did have other ideas outside of I think which may happen sometimes when you kind of create a genre is that like you get pigeonholed and like, oh, you're the genre guy, you did that, you do that, and people expect that when maybe you have different ideas. I haven't seen it, but it's been on my watch list for like probably 10 years at this point.
Wow.
There's this one movie. It's a fairly early George era movie. It's the zombie one. Not the zombie.
Is it the vampire
crazies?
one?
The vampire one.
Yeah, it's
you guys
like
know what I'm talking about?
yeah, Marnie, something like
Yeah,
that.
Martin.
Martin. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Marnie.
That's a Hitchcock
Bro, if
movie.
we do a vampire episode, I might recommend Martin.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be
You guys
cool.
know Martin? But wait, have you seen Martin?
Yeah.
What do you think about that movie?
It's I mean it's alright. It's not as good as Night of the Living Dead in my opinion, but it's honestly like it felt like a good direction for him to go in, but then he didn't really.
But it was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's like different. It's like he's not like a vampire like he like bites people's necks. He's like a vampire like he kills them and then drinks their blood like afterward, kind of.
Like Twilight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're all good.
But anyways, I was just thinking about that in terms of like, what do you think about like? I think it's like a potential like thing that could happen in career where you're like kind of like maybe known for doing certain thing and you try to just branch out of it, but it just doesn't sell as well, so you end up having to go back. Like even people like Martin Scorsese, who in the '80s, like after doing Taxi Driver and Raging Bull and all this shit, or all this great shit.
Robert De Niro.
In the '80s, he was viewed as broke, and like it was a struggle after like the King of Comedy, which kind of like tanked his career for a little bit, which is crazy
Yeah.
because of how great the fucking movie is. But then like, you know, he was doing the Tom Cruise movie, The Color of Money, but that was a sequel to some movie from like 20 years ago.
The Hustler.
So, like, you know, The Hustler.
Yeah.
Elijah, we talked about it before. But anyways, I say that to say that like, what am I trying to say with that? It's not necessarily the same. Apologies, guys. I'm a little.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
The idea of like having to come back to something that you kind of like made, even if like you're, I don't know how interested he was. I feel like at least I guess it's more of a personal like feeling like I don't know if like I want to do the same exact thing I was doing like 40 years ago. But maybe some discussion stuff. Like I said, my rating for that one is it changed the game. Is it alright if I just do a brief one for Shaun of the Dead and the Dead Don't Die?
Go for
Yeah.
it. Go for it.
Cool. And if you guys have anything to say too,
We miss you.
okay, thank you. So next would be Shaun of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, go. Sorry, we're making a bunch of gay noises, dude. We're not gay. Just talk about Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
We're on our way to working at Zia.
You ever get those canker sores?
Where?
Like canker sores, like right
Yeah.
here, but I have one on the side of my mouth.
Oh, I have one on
I
my
hate
tongue.
those.
You've had one on your tongue?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
sucks.
Shaun-
my lip. It was so painful.
Yeah. Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. Well, like Scott Pilgrim, I guess just Edgar Wright overall I've always just been a big fan of.
Yeah.
Not to say he's like the greatest out there, but like I'm like, oh, that's so cool that he does the movies he does. Scott Pilgrim's awesome. I think this movie's awesome. Man, in high school, I would rip off like scenes from this movie in my videos.
Yeah.
I can show you guys the one I did. It was
Yeah,
just
please
goofy,
do.
but just to say that, like, you know, you can say the same thing about him when you probably saw people like Sam Raimi.
Mm-hmm.
Which was like, oh man, that's so cool. Like, in a sense, you're such a fan that you make stuff that feels like that just because like you just want to see more of it. You really like, oh, I wish Sam Raimi made more movies. I need to make stuff like this, you know, to see more. So you still make what you want to make, but you just like something that's kind of like that. It's referential. Anyways, Shaun of the Dead, it's great. Like we were kind of talking about before when we watched the movie. It's cool that on his first actual feature film, and sure he might have been like a bit of an established director before that. He directed music videos and 2 seasons of a TV show, so he definitely had a career behind him at a very young age. At least in my opinion, jumping into your first like legitimate feature, that's a big deal. You know, that's a step up. And on your first one, to be working with like your hero's collaborator, like with Bill Pope,
Mm-hmm.
with the cinematographer who shot Sam Raimi's movies, I think since the 90s. I think starting with Darkman.
Yeah.
And then obviously, yeah, they did the Spider-Man trilogy together. He's done all of his work with him for the most part in the past, I guess, 30 years at this point.
He didn't do Drag Me
and
to
so, like-
Hell.
What happened?
He didn't do Drag Me to Hell. That's the only one he didn't do.
Oh gosh, I had the urge to watch that the other day. I might recommend that one. So you guys haven't seen that one yet, right?
Nah.
I really like that
Fuck.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
I've
that
seen
one
the
sometime-
ending.
sometime
Alright,
this
for sure.
month.
Unfortunately.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, actually, a bit related but off topic. I don't know, you guys probably recently watched. I actually saw something outside of the podcast film. What was it called? To Die For? Yeah.
Oh,
The
Gus Van Sant.
movie.
Oh,
With Nicole Kidman?
Dude.
Yeah.
I wanna
where
see
she
that.
Seduces a young Joaquin Phoenix to kill her husband, played by Matt Dillon.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Matt Dillon.
And it's like it came out a year before Good Will Hunting did.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a weather girl.
Did you like it?
Yeah, she has like aspirations to be. I guess it is based on a true story of like this weather woman lady from this like small town who like I hated her husband, so she seduced a 15-year-old boy to kill him, and the 15-year-old boy is played by like a young Joaquin Phoenix. Which from an early age you can see like how like Ellen and I were talking about like we were talking about Brad Pitt and how in our opinion he was kind of like a character actor stuck in a movie star's body. You watch things like 12 Monkeys, or even like the extent of his work with like David Fincher with like something like Benjamin Button, like Elwood was bringing up. He doesn't mind looking. I guess not. Doesn't mind looking different, but like he tries really hard to play different characters. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's not like Tom Cruise where he's basically like playing a variation of himself. And you appreciate that. You know, you look at his body of work, and it's very entertaining. Even with something a little like cheesy or corny, like Interview with a Vampire, it's still at least entertaining to watch, in my opinion. And obviously you have the gems like Fight Club
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But I think it's like maybe similar to the opinion I have of Robert Pattinson. And it's like oh, he's a movie star, but then like, man, Good Time was so fucking good. And part of the reason why it was so good is like, I can't believe this is Robert Pattinson doing this.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I just watched the new Batman trailer. God, don't watch that fucking trailer.
I watched like the first 20 seconds.
Oh, God, that fucking trailer. The first one, like, I thought it was a pretty decent trailer. I didn't know how the movie was gonna be. I did not know anything about the fucking movie, but they were really good at like, all right, they were starting to lure me, and then you saw more of the fucking movie. Like, all right, it made you hype for the second trailer. That's what it did. And then you go into the second trailer, like, all right, what is the movie actually about? And you're like, oh, that's what it's about. Damn.
Damn, fuck this movie.
Damn.
Yeah, it basically.
That being said, like,
It basically.
it looks like it's fucking bleeding money. So it's like, it's gonna look good. Like, you can learn like, all right, this is how something can look if you have like actual like no bounds like budget and like equipment wise and like schedule wise. Even though we're shooting during COVID and shit like that, there are some shots like that. But some of it too is like, what the fuck is going on? Maybe that's because I'm high spoken. Like, I don't know. But then so it's DC fandom is going on right now, which is like one of the, you know what's also sorry I'm going a little off topic.
Oh, you're all good. You're all good.
To keep it brief, you know what's also annoying about like the boom of streaming and how like before you could literally watch everything on Netflix from like Hannah Montana to South Park.
Yeah. Wow.
And now those are on two completely different streaming services.
They
like,
are. Yeah.
Every studio, every company, every media thing has their own thing, and there's a new one coming like every fucking week. And so like, what was I fucking talking about? What the fuck? What was I saying?
Streaming services.
Streaming
Look at
services.
that. Oh, streaming services. But something related to the 2000s.
Hannah Montana, South Park.
Oh no, bro! Fuck.
Oh, Robbie said yo in the chat. What up, Robbie? Looking forward to tacos.
Hey, how's it going, Robbie?
Yeah.
Okay, so something about it in terms of everything has its own thing. Oh, maybe it's with directors getting pigeonholed.
Oh yeah, direction. Yeah.
George Romero. All right. I apologize. I forget where I was going.
Yeah,
Anyways, again, back to the not even all the way back to the topic, but back to the subtopic. To Die For. I don't know how to feel about that movie either, to be honest. Have you guys seen it?
Nah. Should I watch it?
I mean, it seems like you guys are like fairly decent Gus Van Sant fans.
I like
right?
Gus Van Sant.
Elephant's
Yeah.
cool. Goodman Hunting's a great movie. He has his roots and ties to people like Larry Clark and Harmony Korine in terms of producing kids and shit like that. It's like, oh, he's
All
like
right.
a cool
Yeah.
guy.
I'll watch it so we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know that's to say that like, all right, it seems like there's enough to convince you, but then you watch the fucking movie, and like, it's like, I thought this guy had such a singular voice for this movie, and then you think of his career as also like doing a shot-for-shot color remake of Psycho with Vince Vaughn.
No.
This movie feels like that, but like, he was an established director with like Good Will Hunting. Obviously, he's made like Drugs for Cowboy. He's been around, but like he was doing the studio feature, and it feels like Edward Scissorhands, like Tim Burton was like the biggest director of that era. You remember like the late '80s to the early '90s? He really was like. It seemed like he was like on the Christopher Nolan level, where he really was directing Batman movies, but his solo movies like Christopher Nolan had Inception and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard just as good. I think there's a time when people are like, oh dang, he was before he became a parody of himself with like the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, which we need to talk about that movie. Honestly, I need to like decompress that from my fucking childhood. It's a strange film. It's a strange movie. Not like it's a bad movie. Anyways, Tim Burton, interesting filmmaker.
That movie's creepy.
But
The 2000.
It is. It's just like the whole idea of, or not even the idea. Oh, we talked about it too. Fucking do some Chalamet, Willy Wonka thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how to feel about that either.
He looks scary.
Show you the picture. It's fucking like what the fuck.
Do you remember that
Honestly,
part in the
Johnny Depp is, like, way more,
2005
like, question mark.
Charlie and the
It's
Chocolate
just
Factory,
him, like with the it's like Michael Jackson's face. basically.
where like all the toys burned down?
Elijah, try to remember it.
Anyways,
Okay.
the whole movie To Die For has like a Danny Elfman-esque like Edward Scissorhands score with the orchestra. Like, what the fuck?
That sounds kinda fun.
But then you have like Joaquin Phoenix, who's like the only one who's like actually like, wait, dang, he's just doing his own like, that's just let him do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, he's just like naturally good. Honestly, it just feels like when we direct Elijah. I think you're a great actor. I think you're a great actor, man. And
Thanks.
I thought of you when I was watching the Joaquin Phoenix thing. I was like, what the heck? But anyways, it was just so strange because it just like it felt so flashing. Because like, okay, we should talk about this. But I'm putting in like 100,000 votes for the next episode 30. The director wanted to be Paul Thomas Anderson. I think it'd be perfect too because he had this movie coming out in November.
That's a good idea.
Episode 30 would be coming out.
I think that'll be good.
So I just proposed that because I need to talk about The Master with you guys. Talked about it last episode too.
Yeah, that's
It's
right.
like,
I remember.
Watch this and you're like, oh man. I feel like if you saw To Die For in '96 and you became Paul Thomas Anderson, like, oh, I know this guy has what the character he plays in The Master inside him. That being said, goofy ass film. But as like, I was entertained. Like, I don't know. I wanted to see what happened. If that makes sense. But even just like, not even that, but like the way it's told visually, it feels, and maybe that's what's so interesting about Elephant, or maybe it really is his own like sort of like personal like rejection of certain film form, and I think in like maybe Hollywood standards. That being said, it still feels like an American or like a Western, like of the American continent type of film. Whereas like, but it takes on like French, like I would say like influence from like the French extremity, sort of like abstractness and like politics and shit like that. Anyway, you understand? I don't know, it's a strange movie. Then I just watched the movie and these fucking goofy ass trailers. Back to Shaun of the Dead though. Completely influential, and what I love about it is one of the same things I love about Police Story. In terms of like everything is actually like called back and tied back, and like it follows like some sort of like joke structure, even down to like but like the visual storytelling too, with like the long take in the beginning when he walks out of his apartment, and then when the zombie apocalypse happens, it's the same thing, but like it's empty and shit like that. And I think the movie's really funny, and Edgar Wright, he's here on me. So to me, man, what was my? I'm sorry I didn't record these guys. I apologize.
Hello?
It had something to,
Yeah.
like it had something to do with leaving an impression on me.
Yeah.
As the things I didn't like, or I talked to Norby about this, but like of the Cornetto trilogy for a long time, Hot Fuzz was my favorite, or it's the one like I had like enjoyed or watched it's the one I watched the most. But I always thought that The World's End was probably like on like retrospect more of a mature film, like it had more of a theme that it was trying to go for. But I would say that Shaun of the Dead was the most charming one. In terms of like it had those first feature things that make you appreciate it, at least to me. And then, yeah, so thanks for letting me talk about that one. Thanks for recommending that one.
I have a question.
Elijah's a question.
Why is it called the Cornetto trilogy?
Ooh.
The ice
I'll let you.
cream.
All right.
Or is that for the
And
Edgar Wright episode?
Elijah doesn't know why it's called the Cornetto trilogy.
Oh,
I'll let you
okay, so-
explain it.
It doesn't
it's
spoil the
not-
movies, does
No,
it?
it doesn't spoil
Okay.
movies, no.
No, Cornettos. It's a UK thing. Cornettos are like a popular sort of like ice cream dessert treat in the UK. How would you just like describe the equivalent of it?
It's,
Maybe like a Slurpee,
drumsticks.
but it's like a different sort of dessert. But like the way they like Slurpees are kind of like
Like ice
like
cream
at least
drumstick?
for me like a popular sort of like items like oh man maybe I think,
Oh, is it like the things that he like grabs from the grocery
Yeah,
store?
yeah.
yeah, just that,
Cornetto.
that's why he goes to the fucking
Oh, that's cool.
the gas station. Anyways, so cornettos were actually Simon Pegg and Edgar Wright's like favorite hangover snack because they used to they were together on Space in the 90s, and they were just friends who had just like been film fans all together. And so when they would used to party, the next day they would have the cornettos, and so they wrote it into the movie like the cornettos are like what the characters get or eat at a certain point. And so each film, the main characters played by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost always eat a different type of cornetto, but it kind of corresponds to the colors. So like for Shaun of the Dead, they eat like the classic original flavor, which is the red one for blood.
Strawberry.
In Hot Fuzz, which is about police, they eat the blue one.
Chocolate.
And then in The World's End, I don't want to spoil that one, but
Yeah, that one's a bit of a spoiler.
There's a reason why they have the green one too.
Yeah.
So
It'd be awesome. It'd be fun to watch that with all you guys.
That one has nuts.
Edgar Wright, his whole career has actually been really influential on all my stuff, and I just really appreciate him as a filmmaker. In terms of you think of like his era of like referential filmmakers, but like people who are also like he's friends with Quentin Tarantino and like Christopher Nolan. He's of that vein, but he's making these type of movies.
Yeah.
I think he's just it's inspirational in terms of like I don't know, sometimes when I question like what can I bring to filmmaking and stuff like that, it's like hey the not even the worst possible scenario, but one of the best possible scenarios is it like maybe you don't have anything to say, but you actually mastered the form and what you love about movies that made you want to make movies, and that's how I feel about Edgar Wright's career. I'm so excited for Last Night. So
that looks
we should
cool.
go see
I saw the
together.
trailer for that. The girl from Jojo Rabbit's in it.
Yeah, and the girl from The Witch.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
So I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah, special movie. And now the dead don't die. Actually, Elwood. That's also why I'm sad I'm missing today. I know that Jim Jarmusch is your favorite filmmaker, or at least maybe if not your favorite one, who's had a big impact on your film. I would say your film career, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah.
So we gotta find some time. What I missed today on the podcast. I don't know how I say that. I'm gonna just listen to fucking podcasts. That's like,
Yeah. All right, tight.
So, I'm from what I've not seen a large amount of Jim Jarmusch movies, but from what I've seen, I am a fan. I really like Patterson.
Yeah.
I think Ghost Dog is fucking awesome. Or I think I liked it the most out of the three of us when we talked about it. Then, like what you said too, I just like the way he's gone about his career and like how he makes films. It's another one where I'm like, I appreciate that he exists, and it makes me realize that even if I don't want to make movies exactly like him, that like there's room for all different types of voices. You know, you don't have to make films a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Make them the way you want to make them. I don't know about you, but like even just like from the opening credits, it was funny the amount of like, I guess celebrities he had in the movie.
Yeah. It's a thing with his movies. He just knows a lot of famous people. And he just doesn't want to put them in serious roles, so he just makes like Coffee and Cigarettes is just a bunch of famous people talking about random shit over coffee and cigarettes. Like
That
Iggy
sounds
Pop
cool.
talking to Tom Waits. Or like
Yeah.
RZA, Jizza, and then Bill Murray. Yeah, they just talk together. That's the whole movie.
That sounds cool as fuck.
That was my first.
It just went on the Criterion Channel. I'm
Oh, hell yeah.
Mhm.
Fuck yeah.
I stole mine from work.
Hell yeah. Fuck Goodwill.
No, you can't. I don't look at Goodwill.
Fuck,
Will Good.
fuck, yeah.
Fuck Will Good.
Good
Fuck
won't.
Will Good.
Or wait. Good won't.
Fuck Good won't. Oh
Good
my
won't.
god. Anything else you want to say about The Dead Don't Die?
It is strange, but honestly, watching it high kind of helped.
Yeah.
I like how strange. I like the part when at the end when it's just Bill Murray and Adam Driver talking about the script
fuck.
and that, or even just like the way it opens too. It's like why don't we listen to the radio right now? You're like, oh, I like this song. I think I heard this song. What song is this? Oh, it's The Dead Don't Die. It's like, oh, what's that? The theme song. And then it just, like, plays the fucking song. It did kind of have, like, was it kind of, like, trying to, like, make a message still about, like, zombies and, like, the internet?
Yeah.
Just more,
What
just
was
like.
he saying at the end about Game Boys? Nintendo
Oh
Game
yeah,
Boys.
he
You guys
says.
remember that?
Yeah, he says some shit like fuck. He says like, people are so obsessed with their Nintendo Game Boys and their phones and their chargers and shit. It's just like he's just commenting on just like consumerism in general and how like we want too much from like life, and the more we want, like the less like human we are, some shit like that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And like we talk about how like it's funny, like the movies, like the repertoire of this episode in terms of like the movie that, like you guys are saying, establishing all the tropes, like listen to the radio, the phones don't work and shit like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like in this movie, it takes it to like the most absurd degree, where like he's like, I charged my phone this morning. It was at 100%. It's like it just is dead.
Whoa, Governor Sisolak involved in a car crash in Vegas.
Oh fuck.
Bro, what?
I just got that notification right now.
Right now?
Right
You gotta
now.
Oh,
test
no.
it.
That's not
You
good.
gotta
Oh,
test
that's
it.
like
We gotta
Blowout.
talk about it.
Yeah.
He goes to my grandma's church.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Did you get his autograph?
Nah.
Taxi driver.
He's taxi driver.
No,
I'm
Elijah.
taxi
Elijah,
driver.
Elijah said taxi driver. Sisolak.
We should,
What?
we should
Kidding.
recreate that scene with Elijah.
Yeah, the mohawk and stuff.
Okay. I got the glasses.
Oh,
Yeah.
we missed it in the previous episode, but I saw on your letterbox, Elijah, that you had recently watched Taxi Driver.
I did. I watched Taxi Driver within the last month. I wanted to watch. I think I just wanted to watch like a New York movie and
Yeah.
rewatch Taxi Driver. I
I
hadn't
feel
seen
that.
Taxi Driver for like 3 or 4 years. So
It's been about 2 for me.
May I recommend a New York film?
Yeah.
After Hours. Martin Scorsese.
oh yeah, everyone says that movie's really good.
It's so fucking funny, dude.
Really?
Oh my fucking god. Oh,
Really?
I mean, I thought it was really funny.
Was it funnier than like The Wolf of Wall Street?
It's a different kind of. It's like absurd humor,
Oh okay.
where it's like people will just like fucking go on tangents about like their lovers. Like there's this bitch and she's just like, I had a boyfriend and every time he was just really obsessed with the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like, every time we fucked, he just kept calling me Dorothy, and he kept saying, come Dorothy, come.
Yeah. Fuck.
And then I did.
Okay. We need to see this movie.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
cool.
it's like
as
really,
fuck.
it's like fucking short as, it's like an hour and a half, like on
That's
the dot.
pretty good. Yeah, that sounds cool.
It feels really fast.
He made that in like 1985.
Yeah, it's I think I said it on Letterboxd. It's like it's his best movie in a different kind of way.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Actually, kind of. That
It's
sounds cool.
that period in the 80s. And I'm glad you brought that up, because After Hours fucking rocks. And when you talk about like, he was like maybe a little down in terms of it's hard to get movies made, like movies you want to do like Last Temptation of Christ or things like that. And then he went to go direct a music video for fucking Michael Jackson. He's a film guy. That's also interesting too, in terms of Michael Jackson having Martin Scorsese and Francis Ford Coppola and John Landis directing music videos for him.
Not Anton Fuqua. What's the other? Who's the guy that made Boys in the Hood?
Oh, John Singleton.
John Singleton did Do You Remember the Time?
Ah, I like that song.
Oh yeah,
Do you
remember we watched
remember?
that one, Eliza?
We were on acid, I think.
Yeah.
Do you remember the time?
Anyways, to sum up, The Dead Don't Die. It's strange. I like what's his name? It's the brother from Get Out.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, I don't know his name.
Daniel. Wait,
No, not the main guy. The white
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, the gas station employee.
Caleb Landry Jones.
Yeah, Caleb.
He was in Heaven Knows What.
Yeah.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
Yeah,
has black
was.
hair,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
He's
Yeah, he
also
was.
in-
Holy
you
shit.
guys watch
Bollywood.
3 Billboards? Outside?
Yeah, he's in that.
But I liked his character. Tilda Swinton was interesting. Deja thought that she was actually Irish. or Scottish, whatever she is.
Tilda
But,
Swinton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I gotta listen to see what you guys think, but those are just my 2 cents. Thanks for letting
Cool.
me tune in.
Yeah, no problem.
You guys do recommendations, or if you guys want to do whatever. I gotta talk to you guys schedule stuff too for next week.
Okay.
But I also have some exciting stuff to talk about too. So.
Sounds good.
Tight.
I'll talk
Fuck
to you guys
yeah.
soon. Thanks for letting me tune in. Peace out to all the
No
film
problem,
fans.
man.
Shout out to all the film fans. Shout out to Norby, Elijah, and Elwood.
Fuck yeah. Shout out to Anthony.
Shout out
Thanks,
to
Anthony.
Shout out to
Hey, if
Anthony.
you guys want some inspiration, go read the Denis Villeneuve's response to when HBO or Warner Brothers announced that all movies were simultaneously releasing on HBO Max and the cinema. It's hilarious, but I'm glad it exists. Or in
Fuck
a great
yeah.
way though. It's like, whoa, he doesn't care. Anyways, peace out, guys.
All right, later, man. You have a good one.
Have a good one, Anthony.
You too.
Kiss back. Bitch.
Oh.
Anthony's so fucking funny. He's like, I'll keep it brief.
Yeah, it's been
30
half an
I
hour.
love
minutes
it. I
later.
love Anthony, dude.
Wait,
I was
who-
like, I know he's gonna say brief, but it's gonna be
Who
30
typed in the chat?
Robbie, he said, yeah, BRB.
Oh, okay.
Hey, toss me the cigarettes real quick. You hold it like a joint.
I do.
Yeah, you do. All right, so we're still on Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I wanted to say really quick before I forget. I think with dude, Anthony just really changed the mood.
Yeah.
I feel different.
Yeah, that's Anthony.
The thing with Night of the Living Dead is that because it's the first, I don't know. I kind of like the more realistic approach to it. I think now I'm just so used to zombie movies being something else, where it's like, it's a zombie movie, but it's a critique on consumerism, or it's a zombie movie, but they're really fast, and it's an action movie, and it's a sci-fi movie, really. Do you? Oh, okay, good.
I got it out.
I was gonna get the fire extinguisher.
I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
For cigarettes?
No, for fire.
Oh. Okay. So, yeah, I think watching this just felt like a really good palate cleanser because I watched Night of the Living Dead last from like the rest of the movies.
Oh.
So I watched it. I didn't rewatch Shaun of the Dead. I watched The Dead Don't Die, and then I watched this movie. I think watching this movie I felt relieved watching it
Me too.
because it was just like. Wait, did you watch it last year?
No, I watched it first, but
Oh.
it was fun to watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it feels really nice.
It felt refreshing to me. I don't.
Yeah.
It's so weird. Because like the first zombie movie, but it's just like, oh.
It's just like really clean. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really have that much like, you know how movies have like fat on them where
Mhm.
it's just like just shit happening.
Yeah.
To me, it's really lean.
Yeah.
Like,
I
it's-
agree.
I-
It feels like just like this is. I'm watching the zombie movie.
Yeah.
This is the zombie movie.
And watching it like I just liked it because it was. What the fuck?
That never happens. Hi, Mom.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Hide the cigarette. Yeah. Another cameo from Mom.
Hi, everyone.
She was in What is a Bug? Check her out.
Bye, Mom.
Bye, Mom.
You're okay, Mom. Anyway, I was gonna.
That's ghoulish.
Yeah, not
That-
zombie though.
that
just
breeze?
ghouly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that breeze.
There's a
Uh,
movie called Ghoul, right?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably.
Ghouls are cool. I want to name my kid Ghoul.
Do it. That'd be sick as fuck.
Ghoul Norby Gonzalez.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Actually, dude, I wanted to. If I ever had a kid, I was like, all right, I'm gonna name him Norberto Gonzalez Cisneros. Before I met you, so, but I was
Oh,
like,
actually, my dad's middle name is Gonzalez. His real
Really?
name's his real last name is Ignacio,
oh shit.
but he goes by Gonzalez.
I think Gonzalez is just a cool sounding
Yeah.
name.
Thank you.
No problem.
I tried.
Yeah, to be born.
Yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, this movie, like, it just feels like, it just felt nice. Like, it felt, like, realistic. I think because, I found it interesting, you guys talking about, like, really in the COVID, like pandemic.
Hmm.
If I was, like, we literally went through this. Like, this feels like
Yeah.
the same thing. Or at the beginning, it's kind of like, there's nothing really to expect. It's just, like, one guy.
Mm-hmm.
And it reminds me of, like, in school, like, the last week of school.
Hmm.
I was in. We were just talking about it. We were talking about like, oh, is that gonna happen? Like,
Yeah.
bro, I remember everyone was talking about that shit. Like, we were just talking about like,
Yeah.
so like COVID, like, do you think? And my teacher was like, no, it's not gonna happen. I'll see you on
It's not gonna be a
Monday."
big deal.
Yeah, and then like the next day it was like schools are closed
Mhm.
for a month, 2 months, and,
And, like, a
and
year.
then,
COVID,
and then
yeah.
it kept going.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. It does feel like that, where
Mhm.
the beginning of the movie does feel like the beginning of COVID.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't think I felt the same way. Like I didn't think COVID was kind of like zombies. I kind of
No,
just thought
no.
like,
It's just like similar, like atmospheric feeling.
It starts off
Yeah.
small and then it like
Yeah.
turns into something huge.
I wouldn't. I mean, the sense of danger is not there, but it's just like shit, dude. Like society's gonna have to change real quick.
yeah, and that's what I think I like about this movie is that like, I feel like with a lot of zombie movies, it like you said, it is very post-apocalyptic. Like it's very
Yeah.
like, it's like a desolate wasteland,
Mhm.
like World War Z and
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah.
I like the way like the movie is very how do you call it?
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Yeah.
The movie's very just like forward. Like it's
Yeah.
just very like it's really realistic in that way where I feel like, and even in his other zombie movies it's kind of like it's apocalyptic.
Yeah.
This is the only one that feels like a real, like if zombies were to come like be alive today, I guess like not alive,
Mhm.
undead.
Yeah.
This is exactly how we would deal with it. Like
Mhm.
we would just get together and just kill zombies.
Yeah.
And that would be it. Like it'd be done in like a few months.
Mhm.
And because I feel like we don't really treasure human life that much. But yeah, I want to ask you guys about. So, did you guys see any racial commentary, like about the film?
I wasn't straight up thinking about race too much, or like what if the movie's trying to say anything about race. I was thinking a little bit about like how the script is written. Like I wonder if they wanted it to be a black dude, or if they just wrote the character like in like some alien type of way, where like it could be like anybody who's like could play this dude.
Mhm.
But it kind of has some of that, especially in like the '60s, like the civil rights movement,
Yeah.
where it's like a white dude. He's like, I want to stay in the cellar, and it's like it's clearly like a bad idea. I mean, I thought it was a bad idea.
It's
Did you guys think
stupid.
the cellar was a good idea?
No.
Stupid
Cellar's a dumb
idea.
idea, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the cellar was a dumb idea, and it's like I didn't even think about that, but yeah, like having the black dude's like, I'm in charge up here.
Yeah.
I'm in charge.
If he's a white dude, would he have been so like staunch about not listening to him? You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
it could have been. Yeah,
it might be one of those things where like it's like an implicit type of bias, where like they're all trying to survive, but it's like they might be less likely to listen to this dude just because he's black.
Right,
They're
yeah.
not going to take him as seriously.
that one dude, the dude who dies in the explosion, was pretty progressive. You know, he was like,
Yeah.
"Ah, this guy's making a lot of sense.
This I like the way he's talking to me.
Yeah, this is a guy. This guy I can get.
Yeah, in a
behind.
way.
Yeah.
Like, and then that's like a thing about like the '60s and like the counterculture and how
Yeah,
like young
exactly.
people were like less traditional, and then
Mhm.
that older guy, like he's obviously older.
Yeah.
You know, it took place in Pittsburgh,
Did it? Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
So, I mean, I don't know what like Pennsylvania's like whole thing is with like racism and stuff,
Mhm.
but oh, you're
Pennsylvania.
looking at me like sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I was
I
just
like
gonna.
left that sentence with just like ...
I like how there's actually like wood in the house.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
wood. It's like there's actually like he just knew
Yeah.
there's gonna be wood.
I just remember the part when like he's tearing it apart and like you think it's just gonna be one board, but it's just like 50
Like
boards
fuck a
of
lot of
wood.
boards. Yeah, I was like that's definitely like a movie thing.
I was gonna say there's a lot of stuff that's kind of goofy where it's like there's a part when it's just him and the girl and he's talking to the girl, and he's like we have to board up. I just boarded up all the windows down here. All right, I'm gonna go upstairs and board up those. And then like you can clearly see in the background there's a window that's just not boarded at all.
Yeah.
Or like even at the end when they're like there's no way out of the cellar, but then there's a door behind him, and you gotta wonder like where's the door?
Yeah.
Where's it go to? I wanted to say though about the racial, like I don't know, the whole movie I didn't really think about it like that. Like I kind of just thought he was kind of like a military guy.
Mhm.
Like he probably just had like some like experience like in like the Marines or some shit like that. Like the
Mhm.
way he like handled the gun and everything.
Yeah.
But I think what changed it was the end, was the the when it just becomes stills. Like it was very reminiscent of like kind of like lynching photos and shit like that.
Mm.
That's where I was like, it kind of made me rethink the movie for a second. But then I was like, I swear to God, like George Romero did not intend this.
I don't think so.
Yeah, oh, go on.
I read that like he just cast that guy because he gave the best
Yeah.
audition.
So that's what I was thinking. Like they probably just wrote the
But
script
still,
and-
it's something like you
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
You know,
But
people talk
oh,
about
it's
it.
such a good choice. Like having it be a black dude just feels
It's
it feels
cool.
good. It feels so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels so much better than a white. Like a white people from the 60s were like, oh, you know, we got to board up the windows. You know, it's just
Like imagine if like Barbara's brother was the protagonist.
Nah, yeah, I mean, like,
Aw.
I felt so like he felt like such a howdy doody guy. Like
Yeah.
he's so upset, but he's like, you know, we're gonna be spending too much time. I don't, you know, it's 6 hours in total, like 3 hours there, 3 hours back. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
fucking white people in the 60s.
Guy has like 4 ties in his room or some shit.
Yeah. I
Man,
al-
that dude Johnny goes out like such a bitch.
This Johnny.
Johnny?
he's just like he knocks his head and he's like he's done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, by the way, the guy, his real name is Dwayne. It's something he has a last name, obviously. I found out that he didn't really make that many movies. He died at like 1988.
Oh, that sucks.
But it said some shit like he was like the theater director at like a prestigious like theater like a
like
theater
for
in New
plays and
York.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good for you.
And I was like, oh, dude, that's honestly makes sense because he probably gave the best performance.
Mm.
That he definitely didn't belong there with
Mm.
the rest of them. I mean, none of them really gave a bad performance, but he definitely stood out a lot more to me.
Yeah.
Oh no, go on. Did you have something?
I was just say like even like the way it's written, like
Yeah.
the like his performance definitely matters,
Mhm.
and you know, and he really sells it.
But back to like, yeah, I don't think he really meant it that way. I think the just images felt a lot more like, at least to me, I felt a lot more. I just felt a lot more for the ending, the way it was just
Mm.
images, where it's just like
Yeah.
his dead body and everything, than if it was just a shot of them taking him out.
It feels more like I don't know how to describe the feeling. It just feels like you're looking at the pictures they took or something like that. You know, it just
Yeah.
feels really just like these are the images you would see if you. Like if they did a report on the house, like you're looking at
Mhm.
like the aftermath. Like they don't know what the fuck happened there. They don't even know that they like killed him possibly. You know.
Yeah, I really like the editing, like the way like it's like building the suspense.
Mhm.
It like even if you didn't know what was gonna happen, it kind of feels like really like like the shots.
The
cuts
shots
to
were
him.
like the tension was pretty good. Like, kind of reminded me of Halloween a little bit, where it's like you see the girl and like you see like through a doorway like a zombie coming, and she's like, oh, that shot's working for me. Like you can feel it.
There were a lot of shadows.
Yeah, that part reminded me
I
of
like
Halloween
that.
too. Like it's very dark.
And then
Go
there's
ahead,
like
go
some Dutch angles too, right?
Yeah.
ahead. I think so. Yeah, there is when it first becomes nighttime and you see like the zombies going through the field. It felt so fucking cool.
Mhm.
It was like it feels like these zombies are like coming out of space. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
it feels like the house is just like a spaceship surrounded by just like darkness. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah, I think this made me realize why black and white is like kind of like the better choice for first films,
Mhm.
because lighting doesn't have to make sense at all.
Yeah.
Like lighting doesn't, it means nothing, because there's some shots that it doesn't make sense, like why there's just a spotlight on her, but
Yeah.
like it looks so good though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like obviously if it was in color it would completely change the
Yeah, 'cause
entire
you have to
like,
worry about what colors you're putting on the actor and
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah.
I also found out, I wanted to say the copyright is really I was telling you in the
Mhm.
car, copyright's really fucked on this movie, because I think the original title had like an extra word in it, but then the producers changed it like the week the movie came out to like a very like slightly different title.
Mm.
So the movie that's out isn't actually copyrighted, so it went straight to public domain.
Oh fuck.
So like the DVD he got probably like isn't like
It's probably
official
like some
at all.
pirated shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I-
feels like it.
Yeah.
I found out some shit where like in the 90s they re-released the movie, but it was colorized and they made all the zombies green. like lime green, not even just green.
Oh, that's gross.
And yeah, I think Amazon, I read on Wikipedia, it was like Amazon lists like 19 different like DVDs,
Mm.
like 20 Blu-rays, like 4K, some shit like that, of just like people pirating this movie.
That's
It's
pretty.
legal.
That's pretty cool though. That means you could like cut it, edit it however you want in your
Yeah.
movie. You know, you could steal some scenes straight up and nobody can do anything to you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty cool. But yeah, watching this movie and The Dead Don't Die really got me thinking about like how I would try to make a zombie movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fun to think about just because I mean like the genre's been done to death.
Yeah.
Um,
Haha. Haha.
That wasn't on purpose. Actually.
Do you think zombie movies, like in general, are good?
Depends. I mean, depends on the zombie movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of a sucker for them. Like, I remember watching fucking what was it called, Dawn of the Dead, like the mall one, when I was like 12, and I was like,
Yeah.
this movie fucking rocks.
The movie's kind of scary.
I actually really like that
The
movie.
Zack Snyder one,
Oh.
or the one from the 70s.
The one-
The 70s one.
I'm talking about the one in the mall.
Yeah, that's the 70s
Oh,
one.
I mean the newer one.
Oh.
The Zack
who made that
Snyder
The
one.
Zack Snyder one.
I
Yeah,
haven't
that
seen
one's
that
kind of creepy. You don't like that one?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I
Really?
remember watching it on like Sci-Fi as like a kid, and I'm like, okay, this makes me uncomfortable. you
Yeah.
know?
It really, I remember watching, yeah, I forget a lot of the scenes, but there's a few images that stick out. I remember really liking that movie.
Those
Um,
had fast zombies, right?
They were faster.
Yeah.
They walked like obese people, or they ran like obese people probably, if they were fast in that movie.
Isn't Zack Snyder's version like labeled like Islamophobic or some shit like that?
I don't know.
I don't
I probably
fucking
didn't
know.
catch it.
It came out in like 2004, so maybe there's like some 9/11 reference
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
but
there's like someone like made an argument that like the beginning of the movie it shows like Islamic people like praying and then it just cuts to like zombies.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't
I
remember
don't remember
shit
that.
like that.
I don't remember
I need to
that.
watch it again.
Yeah, me too.
He went on to make like he did the Crazies. They made a remake for that like in
Yeah.
2011. I haven't seen either one, but it looks like something interesting to check out. Then he did with the Dead movies. There was Dawn of the Dead, then Day of the Dead. Have you seen the posters for those?
Yeah.
The old one. The posters look pretty cool.
They're really
Yeah.
sick.
And then he started doing like the not so good ones in the 2000s, like Survival
Yeah.
of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Diary of the Dead.
I've seen Land of the Dead.
Is Land of the Dead good?
No.
Yeah.
It's literally like it's like the pitch to like make a commercial where it's like, oh, it's zombies in an amusement park.
Oh no.
Like it's and then there's like they have like zombies in a cage and they make them fight each other. But it's not like cool. It's just like really goofy.
Like I the Sci-Fi Channel used to have like the zombie days,
Oh,
you know,
Mhm.
and like, but with Sci-Fi Channel too, sometimes you get some stinkers, you know, you get like
Yeah.
House of the Dead,
Yeah.
and House of the Dead isn't good.
No.
And so, I don't know. I remember enjoying like as a kid, Dawn of the Dead. I remember liking the first Resident Evil.
Mm.
I thought the first Resident Evil was kind of scary, but the first Resident Evil also isn't like a full up like zombie movie.
It's
Yeah.
an action movie.
It kind of, yeah. And then just I don't know. You see shit like House of the Dead, and you're kind of like, okay, I don't know. I just didn't really think it was like too good. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think the zombie movies I kind of enjoyed were more of like the satirical ones, like Zombieland.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Zombieland's pretty good.
instead of like just like straight up like zombie movie that's trying to be like a horror movie.
Yeah.
So I don't really care for zombie movies too much. So I think that's just why, I don't know. I like this movie, but it's not the same way like I feel about something like Scream
Mhm.
or Halloween or
Yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street, Hills Have Eyes,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
It's pretty. It's pretty.
Oh,
fair.
were you done?
Yeah, I just don't care for zombie movies too much, I think.
Yeah.
What's the worst zombie movie you guys have seen?
Mm.
Like,
Let me think. I haven't seen too many like the really bad ones.
Yeah.
I remember really kind of like not liking World War Z that much.
yeah, that one seemed like people are like,
Yeah, it was just
50-50.
it was all right.
yeah.
It was like a little less than all right.
It was really overhyped. Kind of.
Yeah, because I remember I got the book,
Oh, okay.
and the book is like. The book is not really like a story. It's more just like survival stuff,
Mhm.
Okay.
or like more. It's not survival. It's like survival stuff, and also like different accounts of like people and like a made up zombie apocalypse.
Did you like I Am Legend?
No,
Oh.
I mean I watched it. I remember watching it as a kid, and I remember like, oh, it's all right. I don't know why people were so like hyped up about this. Thinking back on it, like it had some cool parts, but
That's kind of like what I thought of with like zombie movies.
yeah.
Even though like that's also not like a straight up zombie movie,
No, it's like vampire zombies.
but
Yeah.
kind of like Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Some shit happened and a bunch of like zombie things.
Yeah.
And
It's the Will Smith walking through empty New York. movie.
yeah.
I don't know if I have a least favorite zombie movie because I feel like every time I watched a bad zombie movie or like a bad zombie TV show or like even if it's like an episode that's just zombie themed, it just
Yeah.
meshes together.
Yeah, they feel very because it all stems back to George A. Romero, like
Yeah,
the first one.
it, like, but even then, I think saying that this movie like stands on its own. Like
Mhm.
I don't compare it to like the rest of the.
Yeah,
zombie
me neither.
movies.
It's weird. It just feels like it feels like such a clean zombie movie.
Yeah.
Like I don't think you could make a better zombie movie than that one.
I think it's just like this is like just like the stand like this
Yeah.
is like this is the
zombie
bar.
movie.
This is the zombie movie.
The zombie movie.
I'm glad I watched it. I was really
Um,
impressed by it.
Yeah, I think I know you're not like super like
Mhm.
amazed by it or like you don't really like it like too much, right?
Yeah, I'd give it like a 6 or a 7.
Mhm.
Probably like a 7.
Yeah.
A 7.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
respect it. Like if I wanted to like sit down and they're like show us like a really scary movie, Elijah, or show us like a horror movie you really like, I don't think Night of the Living Dead would cross my mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
It wouldn't cross mine either.
Yeah.
I still really like
It's like a history lesson movie.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
You know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I think if I watched it if I was like high, I would
Oh yeah,
I
for
might be
sure.
scared
oh, dude,
by it.
Yeah, if I watched it really
'Cause
high, I'd be freaking out.
I also watched it like during the day. Like the copy I had wasn't too good.
Yeah.
I didn't really read too much about the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you understand more of the context when it came out. Like the thing you were saying about like Roger Ebert, like just seeing the reactions of people watching it in like
Yeah.
1968, and then just like getting your mind in like the set of like that setting,
Mhm.
like what movies were coming out around then, what they were like. The movie, like we said earlier, it was violent.
Mm-hmm.
People were scared. Like I feel like a lot more easier back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
So, I think the more you get yourself into that setting, the more you are gonna enjoy it. I wouldn't watch it again because it's a zombie movie.
Right, it'd be for a different reason.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something, Elwood?
Well, I kind of thought we were doing like final thoughts kind of.
Or you?
Yeah,
we can do
sorry,
final thoughts.
you were
Oh,
kind
no.
of saying though, like you said like
Oh,
I
yeah,
tried to
yeah, yeah,
explain
yeah.
just.
Yeah. No, I understand. I think with me, I think I enjoy it a lot more because I think of it like this is like completely independent. Like this is like low budget. This one guy making a movie. It's kind of like why I like Evil Dead so much. Even though it's like the first one's not like an amazing movie,
Mm-hmm.
but like I just love it so much. Like and I just rate it so highly
Yeah.
among other movies because I feel like it's harder.
Mhm.
Like Paul Thomas Anderson, yeah, like there will be blood, and even Phantom Thread, like they're really good movies, and like he's a very talented man, but I just think like you had a lot of money,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
He had
and
a
I-
shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a shit ton of money. I think obviously like his first movie's a lot like low budget, and
Mm.
I think it's just a different kind of respect.
Yeah.
Where I just think like this movie, especially what it did for like movies in general and just like horror movies in general, I think even like you could see the influence in like even like Halloween, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
way Michael Myers like moves real
Mhm.
slowly, like it just did so much, and I think I just respect it so much. I just really enjoyed this movie.
Yeah.
I was also really pleasantly surprised at how much gore it showed. It's for 1968.
Yeah, it wasn't bad either.
There's that
It was,
scene
like-
where the zombie's like eating something.
Yeah.
There's like a
Mhm.
close up of a girl like biting
yeah,
some
like
shit
liver.
off. Yeah.
I can imagine that scene where they're like going and eating the remains of the people in the car, like really freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah.
I was like, it didn't. I mean, I just feel like I'm just because I'm older and like a little bit more like used to gore. It's like it didn't work so much for me. But if I was younger and I watched it, scene like, damn, they're eating those fucking people we just saw. Like that's fucking me up right now.
Yeah.
Like,
and-
I could feel it in my stomach. a
Oh.
little.
In like the last year or two, I don't think I've been watching too many horror movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know.
Me neither.
I think if I had been watching more horror movies, I would appreciate it a lot more.
Yeah.
You
Mhm.
know.
I think I cut you off, Elwood. Were you gonna say something?
Oh.
I think we both did.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. I was just gonna say, fuck, what was I talking?
That's always the worst when you cut somebody off and they go back. It's like, I don't remember.
It's like, sorry.
Yeah, it's like,
you're,
fuck.
you're
man.
okay. I was gonna say that, like I said before, like this movie like just stands alone.
Mhm.
I think like especially what it did for everything in general, this movie is just such. It's such a gift.
It's beautiful.
And I think it might help that I've been like this whole month of you is like the diary shit on Letterboxd. It's just like all horror movie
yeah,
basically. Mostly just for the podcast, and also
Yeah.
like that's all that's in theaters that I want to watch horror movies.
You might as well watch horror movies now too, when it's like spooky season.
Yeah.
You know.
But with Night of the Living Dead, it's just a very well-made movie, especially like, cause I think like a student brought this to me,
Mhm.
and I think, damn, bro, this shit's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And yeah, because of all that, I rate it really highly, and I want to explain the bubble situation.
All right, fuck
Bubble
yeah, let's
will
hear it.
always be 0 bubbles, cause it's ground zero bubble.
All right, hell
like
yeah.
the movie is
Puts
no
a
like
thought.
is no other movie like Bubble.
Yeah.
Like quite like Bubble. So Bubble will be always 0 bubbles, and everything after that, like 1 bubble's awful, 0
Mhm.
bubbles is Bubble,
Mm-hmm.
41 bubble is the best movie.
All right, for sure.
Yeah.
41.
40.
All
Or
right,
did I
hell
do
yeah.
40? Because
I think
Jalen
you said
kinda
40.
said-
You said 40.
Okay, I did. Okay, fuck you, Jalen. Fuck you. She fucking gaslit me. She told me like I did 41, and I was like, I don't think that makes no fucking sense. Why I did
You
41.
did 40.
Yeah,
You can do
40.
40. You can do 41 if you want.
I'll make 41 like a special,
Alright,
like
for
like
sure,
the
for
best
sure.
movie I've seen.
A plus.
So this movie.
She said 41 is cooler.
Okay, fuck you. Night of the Living Dead. I wanted to say also, the poster. I really like that poster.
The one that I chose.
The one on the
It looks.
Instagram.
It looks. It's like a collage. It's pretty cool looking. I
Yeah.
like the way it looks too.
And just since we're gonna wrap it up real quick, the fucking hand in the door when it's her brother, I'm like, oh, dude, that like works really well.
Yeah.
Like when it happened, I was like, oh fuck. Like just for a second, I was like, holy fuck it, and then she dies.
Yeah.
Yeah. This movie, like Anthony said, it's a game changer. Changed the game.
Yeah, change the game.
It fucking
Yeah.
made the game.
It made
the
game.
fucking game. And for that, I give it the coveted 37 and a half
Dang.
bubble.
That's pretty fucking high.
Especially because Bubble is rated in an independent film system.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of movies don't have a really big fighting chance in this octagon.
Fuck yeah. It's a good rating.
If you were the teacher and the student brought this to you, you'd become the student.
Yeah, for real. I was just thinking after you said that, I was like, if a student brought this to me, I'd be like, how the fuck did you think of this?
Yeah.
Like, dude, like, this is fucking incredible.
I wanna rewatch this movie. I wanna like buy it. That's how much like I'm really intrigued by this
Yeah,
fucking movie.
it's
right now.
really, it really does feel like a Mozart thing almost. It's just like, how the fuck, like, everything he did in the movie is like every other movie afterwards. It's just, I don't know.
They
He
followed
made
his
the
Yeah,
formula.
it's weird. It's like it's almost like he rewrote. I mean, it's not like he rewrote like story structure, but it's like he created like a kind of story structure. It's really weird.
He made yeah.
It's really like he made like some subgenre story structure. It's really like, and it works. It's interesting. I don't
There
know.
wasn't like a zombie genre before.
No,
it,
no.
you know?
Like he created an entire like
subgenre.
survival
Yeah.
movie genre.
yeah, like he uttered a new word. You know, like he fucking did it.
Mhm.
Like that's what's so amazing about it. It's like, I don't know. It's amazing.
Then there's like a shit ton of like sequels, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Return of the Living Dead,
Yeah.
Return of the Living Dead Part 2,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny.
Jalen said, "Don't hate the player, hate the game."
I was gonna say, yeah. I don't know if they're actually official sequels. I'm not sure. I think the later ones are like sequels with each other.
Yeah.
But I think like Dawn of the Dead and Day of the Dead aren't like real sequels. I think they're just like sort of like
Movies.
just
Yeah,
other
just other
zombie
zombie
movies.
yeah. But yeah, when I was younger, when I was playing video games, I played like a fuckload of zombie video games.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I was always a sucker for that shit where it's just like people getting crowded by like all these things trying to kill you. It's just like even in like this movie, it worked for me. Like with the
Yeah.
lighting and stuff, it just feels so like not claustrophobic, but it just feels like was like, I'm ready to see this. Like I like seeing how fucked you can be, you know, or like how fucked up things can get. It's just fun. But yeah, I don't know, I really like this movie. I was surprised as to how much I'd like this movie. I didn't think it was gonna like have any of the tropes or anything. I thought it was gonna be like some like, oh, it's just like an old zombie movie.
Yeah.
You know? I thought they were gonna like figure that shit out over time. But it's like they did all the modern shit. Like the movie like told the future almost.
This is Ground Zero.
Yeah, Ground Zero. It's like it really just. I was really amazed by it.
All
like,
the zombie movies just look to this.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like.
I mean, it has to. Where else would
Yeah.
it go?
You make a zombie movie, just screen this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
It's I was just so surprised by that. I didn't think it would be like that at all. But yeah, a lot of it does remind me of Evil Dead. Like, you know, how low budget it is. Even that first shot where they show the car coming up the path and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
it's-
It's like, this is just like Evil Dead.
Yeah. I think Anthony would say it's funny
Yeah.
because Sam Raimi is Edgar Wright's muse. Anyway, go ahead.
What else is there to say about this movie?
The music.
The music
music's
was
pretty-
Yeah, it was like, I don't know how it was like orchestral, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like Alien.
It was like I was like damn, I didn't think too much about the music, but thinking back on it now, I was like, for low budget, I wonder how they got that music.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Dude, the fucking I just forgot really quick when the fucking mom kills the fucking baby kills the mom.
Yeah,
and
that
they
part's
fuck-
cool as
Oh,
fuck,
yeah.
dude. That part was actually cool.
Like after that point, even like everyone's voices after that become that sort of like tone.
Mhm.
Like it's like different. It's like kind of like echoing, but it's not like echoing. It's just that sound. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like even when like the brother comes, her voice sounds like the mom's, but it's not like echoing like before. That shit.
Oh, dude, this
oh,
movie was so
fuck.
cool.
I think that's what made me, because I didn't realize it was an independent movie till I searched up like afterward. It was like,
Mhm.
oh, independent zombie movie, and I was like, oh, that makes so much sense. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, how I feel you couldn't get away with that with like studio movies.
Yeah.
Like you can't get away with like fucking with the sound like that. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, dude, that works so fucking well. Yeah.
That scene was cool as fuck. That felt like almost like, not the climax, but it just felt like such a, definitely like a tone shift in terms of like how everybody else gets killed. It's just like,
Mhm.
especially seeing a zombie using a weapon too. Like they don't really do that nowadays.
Yeah.
Like it was interesting that they showed a zombie like trying to like bash out a car window with a rock. Like
Yeah.
not too many try to do that now. Or even like, but yeah, seeing like a daughter kill her mom with like a whatever
That
the
was
fuck that was, a
brutal.
garden shovel. I was like,
It was-
dude, that scene was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like the audio, like you said, was pretty cool. Fuck, there was the blood splatters were pretty cool too. They were pretty subtle, but they're cool.
Mhm.
Oh man, the fucking I don't know what the name. I don't know any of the names of the characters besides Johnny. But
Ben.
the black dude,
Ben's the black dude.
Ben's the black dude.
Mhm.
Man, he shot that white dude, no hesitation. I was like, he's gonna have like a moment where he's like, no. Like,
No, he's like,
but no,
"Fuck."
he's like, fuck this white guy.
Yeah, I think that's what Jordan Peele, like I was telling you before the podcast, like without this movie there wouldn't be Get Out.
Mm.
I think Jordan Peele says some shit like, even though George Romero didn't intend it to be like a comment on racial issues, you think like Ben is a character that is so composed and like well kept during the situation
Mm.
because this is how he lives every day as a black man or some shit like
Yeah.
that. And that's where I was kind of like, I feel like that's stretching it a bit. but definitely like, I mean maybe I don't do black
Jordan
people think
Peele.
that they feel like a zombie right now?
Yeah, they're in a zombie apocalypse.
But definitely like I definitely see like it's kind of hard not to think that this was a racial thing, like this movie was like a comment on it. It's really hard not to
That's
think
so
of it
funny.
like that.
Fucking. There's a drunk black dude who came into the Speedy Mart, like on Friday, and he was paying with like food stamps, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm paying with food stamps because I'm poor and I'm black."
He said that.
Yeah, dude, he was drunk. He came in and he told the coworker, he was like, "Man, she got an attitude, man. She's going Weight Watchers." She was a little chunky. He was like disrespectful. He was disrespectful
He
as
said
fuck.
that?
He came in. Oh no, he came in. He was all like, "Y'all believe in Jesus?" Yeah, and I was like counting down the register, so I was like really focused. But I was listening to what he was saying. He was like, "Y'all believe in Jesus? Y'all believe in Jesus?" And like nobody's saying shit. And he's all like, "Man, I don't believe in Jesus. fuck Jesus. And he went to the microwave and he was like, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. He's probably making food.
Fuck.
He's like, fuck Jesus.
I remember working at Smith's and a black guy came in and was just like, you know who I am? And I was like, who are you? And I was like, no, sir. And he's like, you know who the fuck I am? And I said, what? And my coworker was like, oh, fuck. And I was like, what? And he was like, oh, you gotta get out, sir. You gotta get out. He's like, no. You can't kick me out. Like, right here. You see this food? I made it. And we were like, what? He's like, I'm Jesus. He had a beer can in his hand. He's like, I'm Jesus. And then they kicked him out, and he fucking like grabbed like the you know the thing that it's like a cigarette thing where they put the cigarette in and it just goes into like the ashtray kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
They have them in grocery stores if they don't have just like regular ashtray, like where the garbage can is.
Oh, outside?
Yeah.
It's on top of the garbage can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, those things? Okay, yeah.
He like grabbed it and he fucking just like tossed it over.
What the fuck?
You know who I am?
You know the fuck I am. Anyway, yeah, we should probably get on to the next movie soon. But
Yeah. Alright, Jalen said the part with the zombies pulling body parts out of the truck was badass. Yeah. The music was haunting too, almost electronic. Also, he punched the shit out of that woman. Yeah, he did! I forgot about that. That part was fucking funny.
Oh, yeah.
She slaps him.
He punches Barbara.
Yeah, he's like, just fucking. That part
All
was
she
sick.
did was just slapping.
Yeah. It, like, knocks her out. She's like, she doesn't talk for like the next like hour.
Well, I mean, she didn't talk before that either.
No, not really.
She just looks
She was losing her shit.
Yeah. Also, no one in this movie really did movies after. Like, a lot of the people in this movie, this is their only credit. Besides the Ben.
It's probably so traumatizing. But yeah, I remember who was saying that the movie was kind of goofy? He was alive.
Probably me.
There was a few parts that definitely felt goofy.
Oh, yeah.
Like they board up the whole thing and then like everybody's just like there's like 5 people in the cellar. I was like, that's like, all right, that feels like a bit like it feels a bit like movie plot. Like that could have been worked out a little bit. Like, maybe one more draft could have worked it out a little better. Like I knew there'd be more people. I was like, they're probably just gonna come knock on the door to let them in.
Yeah.
But like they're in the
They're
fucking
just downstairs.
house. They're downstairs the whole time, you know. What else felt goofy? Like fucking the part where they catch the car on fire. Like I mean, I could see that happening, but I was like, damn, you have to be really dumb to have like a fire right next to like a gas pump, you know? That's kind of dumb.
They stayed in the cellar when the zombies weren't there.
Yeah, like
And like you never came up to check before you heard noise.
that dude was a flat out pussy.
It was quiet and you guys didn't check anything, but then it gets loud and you're like, okay, we're gonna try and leave now.
I think it's also like so they came to the house because zombies flipped their car, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, and then they automatically go to the cellar, but like at the beginning of the movie the cellar was like hidden. So how the fuck did they find the cellar before they just realized that this house was pretty like solid by itself?
Yeah, I don't know. There's some plot, there's some bullshit.
But like it works though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the part where he's getting overrun, I like that a lot. I like that she ran into the horde. I was like, that's like Shaun of the Dead, you know? Like they there's a lot of movies that did the same thing.
Because it's a reference.
Because it's a reference, yeah.
Especially fucking The Dead Don't Die.
At the end.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of felt bad because I watched it with Jalen, like the order of the movies.
Yeah.
So like I showed her like The Dead Don't Die and then Night of the Living Dead, and I felt bad because she didn't like The Dead Don't Die as much, and I was like, oh, because it's a reference. She's like, well, I haven't seen the fucking movie. And after she was like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shaun of the Dead and The Dead Don't Die did it.
Yeah.
It's cool. But yeah, really cool movie.
Really cool movie.
See, watching it, I felt like making a zombie movie. I just want to make a zombie where like you shoot him in the head and he still keeps going. Because then it's like you can't kill the zombies anymore.
Oh, you can't just behead them.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool. Like they're just like chopping up the zombies, but like the fingers are still going.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You just gotta break one of the rules.
Yeah, just like one rule maybe to make a new zombie, like a fresh zombie movie. It'd be cool to even have just like one zombie, like a slasher zombie movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, aren't zombies just already just slashers in general? Like I kind of
Yeah,
they are.
I thought about that. It's like, is a zombie movie technically a slasher movie?
Kind of, because they show people.
They're kind of like filmed differently, you know.
Yeah.
Well, there's like a lot of like POV stuff in slashers, but technically
I think technically it's a slashers movie.
Yeah, that's a better
There's
way
more than
to-
one slasher.
Well, I was gonna say because I like the way, again, to add to the realism, I like the way they were talking about it like on the show, or on the TV, because they were
Mhm.
saying murderers, like mass murder.
Yeah, mass murderers.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oh, dude, that's exactly what they would fucking
Yeah.
call it. Like they wouldn't.
They wouldn't say zombies.
I think
No.
now they would though, because
Now because there's so
zombies.
yeah, but like back then.
Yeah, I think that's why I was thinking like, oh, slashers, like, because they're murderers.
Mhm.
Like that's the whole fucking movies, that they just murder people.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Good movie.
Yeah, good.
Very
Really good. Yeah, it was fun. I had fun.
what's your rating?
I would rate it. I would give it like an 8.3.
8.3.
8.3, yeah. Let me think. Would I give it an 8.3? Ooh. Yeah, maybe an 8.4. Just because like, there's some goofy plot stuff. You know, I don't like the beginning that much. But overall, it was just like pretty solid.
If a student brought this to you.
I'd be like, if there were, you know, if I was just like, had no idea of like any other zombie movies, and somebody brought this to me, it was like the first one. I was like, I would clean this up, but like, damn, how the fuck did you think of this? Like, it's
Cool
pretty
idea.
fucking, it's pretty creative, you know. Yeah, I think we've talked about it to death.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Oh, did you rate it, Elijah?
Yeah, I give it like a 7.
7. Okay.
out of
All right. Cool.
47.5.
Shaun of the Dead. We're Shaun of the Dead next, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right, we'll do
yeah,
Shaun of the
yeah.
Dead. All right, Shaun of the Dead. So carry over from episode 21 to here. That episode ended up being long as fuck.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it would have been
What
like
time is it right now?
It's 11:11.
It's 11:11.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. If we could try to get done by no later than 12:20.
For sure. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
Okay.
So who wants to start?
It was your recommendation.
Was it mine?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
from the last one. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I recommended it because I wanted Elijah to see more Edgar Wright movies. And Shaun of the Dead is just solid as fuck. I think that's one of like the movies that got me started in like really liking zombies.
Mhm.
That like the Walking Dead series back then.
How old were you when you first saw Shaun of the Dead?
I think I was like 11 or 10. I know I saw Scott Pilgrim first.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember seeing it. And I was like, "Oh, this is fucking awesome," you know. I remember because like a lot of people were always talking about it because I was really into zombies. Like, "Oh, you like zombies?" And I was like, "Yeah." And like, you should see Shaun of the Dead. That movie's fuck. That movie rocks. Yeah, I remember watching it, and I remember there's something about like seeing people getting eaten. Like it seems so fucking painful.
Yeah.
I remember like watching scenes like that as a little kid. Like the one part where the one dude with glasses gets torn apart. and
David,
sells
that
guts,
part's
David.
actually really fucking graphic.
Yeah, imagine seeing that as like a little kid. You know, I was just like, oh.
That part's actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
His guts get like rearranged.
Like, I mean, not just that. Like, imagine seeing all these hands, like, just like it's like that part just like like if a zombie apocalypse happened, I'd getting eaten by a bunch of people like torn to shreds. It really just
That
gets under
part's
me.
so effective too because it shows you like the zombies are like really fucking dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, in a way, it's like not like the Night of the Living Dead zombies where they kind of just push you.
Yeah. No, yeah, these ones are like.
They like make you bloody and shit.
Yeah, like the Night of the Living Dead zombies don't really try to go for the bites, you know. They're like trying to play with you a little bit. These ones are just like, you know,
savage.
Like
Yeah.
you know, you can tell zombie movies have been around. It's like they just go in for it, you know. They feel dangerous. They don't try to fuck with you.
I was gonna say, have you ever put someone's finger in your mouth and you just realize like if you wanted to, you could probably like bite it like
Yeah.
all the way through?
Yeah.
That's what zombies kind of remind me of. Where I'm like, zombies are just us, but like they just like they don't have that mental block.
No.
To just like that's like when you see zombies like rip people apart, you're like, I wonder like if we could I wonder if you could just rip me apart right now, like just like tear like
I
my
wonder if
flesh.
I could just rip you apart, Elwood. And eat your guts. Imagine if I did.
Imagine, that'd be so funny.
Wouldn't that be fucking funny, dude?
On the
On the
podcast.
stream, yeah, live.
Oh, remember that idea I had where I'm making a gun the whole time?
Oh yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, we should. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be great.
tune in
Some episode,
some episode.
sometime.
Um,
Yeah, I don't know either. But that'd be tight as fuck. Yeah, we'll have to set up like some fake drama so people think you're mad at me.
Oh, okay.
And it's
yeah.
like, oh, it's oh no. Somebody call the cops. All right. Anyways, Shaun of the Dead. What'd you think of it, Elijah?
Shaun of the Dead's awesome.
Yeah.
It's really funny. I'm not much of a zombie fan, but like the zombies were interesting, you know. They're not like scary, really. Really, the only scene I think they're scary is the scene they kill David.
Mhm.
Yeah.
These zombies are never really too scary.
And then it's just cool too because it's an Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah.
And I feel that more so than like anything else.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like with the way the quick dialogue, the way it's edited,
Mhm.
just the pace of the movie.
Mhm.
It's like it's always fucking going. Always
Yeah.
something interesting's happening.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But like I guess for zombie movies, it was probably like the most enjoyable one I watched.
Mm.
Even though like it's basically like satirizing like all the zombie movies, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's really fun. And
Yeah.
then it's also kind of like a romantic comedy,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
you know,
rom-com
and
zombie movie.
it's not just one thing really.
Mhm.
So yeah, I thought it was great. I'm glad I got to watch it again, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I rewatched the whole thing
Mhm.
again. Yeah, really enjoyable.
Yeah. I would say that Shaun of the Dead, like, because zombies were still like, I feel like our whole culture was like gradually getting more obsessed with zombies until like the 2010s. So like, you can really tell like this is about like peak like golden age zombie movies.
It was made at the right time.
Yeah.
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 This movie, I saw it before we saw it together. I'd only seen it once.
Mhm.
I saw it when I was 14 and I was sick so I stayed at home and my mom had a hacked Roku stick. So I was sick for 2 days, so I watched 4 movies. The first day I watched Scream 1 and Scream 2.
Tight.
Oh, okay.
And the second day I watched Fight Club, and then I watched Shaun of the Dead.
Cool.
I didn't like Fight Club
Yeah.
that much the first time I watched
Really?
it.
Oh.
Cause I was dying. Like, I was fucking like, I was barely conscious for most of like those movies.
Damn, that blows.
But Shaun of the Dead fucking woke me up.
Nice.
It was just really fucking funny. I just remember I was like, haha.
Yeah.
It was so out of Edgar Wright's movies, this is the least. Out of the ones I've watched, this is the one I've watched the least.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Scott Pilgrim, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's one of those. movies.
You're
Yeah.
Yeah.
I nut for Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah. Gay for Scott Pilgrim.
Escape for
Michael Cera.
gay. Michael Cera's getting fat, and I don't like.
Is he really?
He's like
Is he?
gaining weight in like the weirdest. He's one of those guys that doesn't seem like he should gain weight.
Like he gets like he has skinny arms, but he has like a pot belly
yeah,
type
yeah.
shit.
No,
Oh.
he has like he doesn't like. I saw like a Hot
And
Ones
like
interview.
like a double neck.
Yeah, he's got like a double neck.
Double
And
chin,
he's got
double
like thighs and an ass, but like he's got like a really skinny torso.
Dude, all right, shut the fuck up. Dude.
Have you seen that that short film he's in where he plays a guy in a wheelchair?
Yeah,
Gregory
Gregory Go
Go
Boom.
Boom.
Yeah, Anthony showed that to
Gregory
me.
Go Boom is cool.
That
That is
was really
funny.
funny.
You're not white.
Yeah.
Or no, you looked whiter online or some shit like that.
The
There's
piss
some
bag.
great lines, just
Yeah.
everything about that.
What's the word? So yeah, I Hot Fuzz, Anthony. Yeah, it's probably my favorite from the Cornetto trilogy.
I still haven't seen Hot Fuzz.
I haven't
Oh,
seen World's
shit.
End.
You haven't seen World's End?
No.
Oh man.
Hot Fuzz gave me a headache because the ending's cut really fast, like
The end-
extremely.
I still like the. I'm not gonna spoil it, but like. The ending seems pretty fucking cool. It seems like such a fun movie. I've seen so many clips of it.
I think what happened was that I got confused with Paul. It's Nick Frost and Simon
Yeah.
Pegg, but it's like E.T. because they have an alien. So I think I just got it confused.
Oh, you confuse it with Paul?
Oh
Yeah.
With-
shit.
Have you seen Paul?
No.
No, but I remember when Paul came out.
Paul was fucking. Kate has a wall screen picture of like a black and white version of Paul, like doing like a middle finger. I was like, isn't that Paul? And she's like, what the fuck is Paul? I was like,
Who does Paul's
I was like, that
voice?
thing is a movie. Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Oh.
Seth Rogen does Paul's voice.
That'd be a fun movie to watch.
I remember watching that also like when I was sick, It was one of those sick.
I remember seeing the trailer for that when I was like younger, and I'm like, what the fuck?
It's
What
it's
is
a.
this?
I mean, it's not like a.
It reminds me of like Ted, kind of.
It's like I'd say, it's like the same exact thing as Ted.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing as Ted. Like same amount of enjoyment, all of it.
Yeah, it was one of those movies that like I definitely wasn't. I wasn't allowed to. I grew up in a real strict household with my grandma, so I didn't get to see anything that had like a cuss word in it for a long time.
Yeah.
Which is why when I was sick, I was like, this is the perfect opportunity.
Yeah.
While everyone's at work, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Shaun of the Dead. It's just really funny. It's just like it's surprisingly funny, and also it's surprising how like confident this movie feels.
It's got balls, man.
Yeah, like I don't think this is his first. It doesn't he have a movie called like Five Finger Punch or some shit like that. It's like a cowboy movie.
Fistful of Fingers.
Fistful of Fingers, yeah. I'm not sure if it's like a feature length. It might just be like half an hour.
Like a short, yeah.
Yeah, I just but I will probably just make this his first movie. It's really like obviously he was doing like the TV show and shit.
That's got to be why.
Yeah, but it's like extreme, like the editing too. It's really weird that I feel like, you know, like some directors like it's like, oh, it's very Hitchcockian, it's very Spielberg, you know, because their names are synonymous with like a shooting style or like something that they did. Edgar Wright came out of the gate making an Edgar Wright movie.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which it's cool, but also it kind of made me think like he's been making the same movie for a decade
that's
now.
That's the one thing about Edgar Wright. Like I really enjoyed Baby Driver, but it's like I didn't feel quite the same about like watching Scott Pilgrim or Shaun of the Dead.
He's only made like 5 movies, right?
Yeah.
He's done the Cornetto trilogy and then Scott Pilgrim and then Baby Driver. And now The Last Night. So
that one I'm interested in because it
looks different.
Completely different.
Yeah.
But I'm also not too hot on some of the CGI I was seeing in the trailer.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not so hot because isn't this his first movie co-writing since he co-wrote with Simon Pegg for?
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, he's co-writing with the woman that co-wrote 1917.
Oh.
Which yeah, exactly. That's my fucking exact thought. I was like, how the fuck did she get an Oscar nomination? There was nothing happening in that
1917 doesn't have a good script, really.
No, it's just
it got nominated for it too, and like they did this thing at the Oscars that year where like instead of just like saying like the name of the movie and the name of the people or whatever, it showed like a scene from the movie and it showed the script. But it's like,
how was the script?
For 1917, I think it was
just
it was like the scene where like he falls in the water or something. It was really fucking stupid.
I'm gonna have to read it because like it could also just be I don't know how other fucking I don't know how professional people write their scripts. But like I remember reading like for the Lighthouse. That was hard to read.
They don't follow the fucking rules.
Yeah, I don't
they
think
just do what they want.
I wonder like how many of like the professionals like actually follow the rules, you know? Because
Yeah.
if none of them are following the rules, I can get why somebody might win, you know? Like just make like a standard script, you know?
Like I think what they do is like before they become famous, they gotta like play into the system. Then they make something good and people are like, okay, you're cool, and then they're like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it the way I want to, you know?
Well, that's my thing is that she has no other fucking credits besides 1917 and this
That's
movie.
weird.
Like that's like I think I think she wrote like some scripts for Handmaiden.
She had sex with somebody.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know.
Speed the plow.
I'm really just I'm like fuck you. Why the fuck are you writing for Edgar Wright right now? Like you don't deserve to be here.
I don't know. It's
That's so weird.
I'd have to read the script.
1917's like okay.
Yeah.
There's only like 2 scenes that I really like, and the rest of the movie's like.
The movie's like 2 scenes.
Yeah. 2 scenes. Yeah. Yeah.
Which is kind of just bullshit, you know. Like some movies like do it well.
Yeah.
Like this movie, that 1917 was just kind of like a gimmick with the way they did it, where it's like there's no real purpose for it being one shot.
No, there's not.
It's not like fucking Enter the Void or something where it's like. They do it cool.
That's the whole point.
They do it cool, or like fucking like Birdman, or.
The thing with 1917 was that it was like, I really like, it felt like there could have been like an interesting movie, but it was because it was there were so many like parts where like it was just shot like too long, and I was like a cut could have been so powerful right there. But
I wish 1917 was a fucking zombie movie.
Oh, dude,
That would be
fucking
cool as
Do you
fuck.
imagine that?
sick.
Like the one scene that made me feel like that was when like they're walking through like the no man's land.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah,
going through like the
yeah, yeah.
water and shit, and it's like it's so like grimy. It felt like a
Yeah.
horror movie. I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I want like a soldier to just like crawl out. It's like you see a hand.
Ah.
Oh, it's like, oh yo,
That would have
oh.
been great. What if they did that with 1917?
Oh.
Where they like market it as like this normal like
Oh.
Oscar bait
But then
movie,
it's a
but then there's
zombie movie.
zombies.
Yeah, that would.
Oh.
It would have been like heavy metal kind of.
Dude. What's the? I still haven't seen it. I gotta. I've
Dude,
seen
heavy
parts.
metal has a scene.
It
I'm not
just
gonna
comes
say
out of
anything.
nowhere.
It's
Like
like
an
yeah,
airplane,
heavy
yeah,
metal is
right?
fucking. I like the writing in heavy metal a lot.
But anyway, yeah, 1917. Just to clarify, I was really unimpressed when I watched it, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, I'm still really unimpressed. Like I don't get the hype at all behind
Yeah.
this movie. Well, I mean, some parts are nice, but honestly,
It doesn't look like an Edgar Wright movie, you know.
It's
oh,
well,
1917.
No, I mean, yeah, no. Last Night in Soho. Sorry, I thought you were talking about
Yeah.
Last Night in Soho.
That's why I'm really like, oh, you're going out of your comfort zone. Like, it's probably gonna have that like same like quick editing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited to see like what he actually does different. Like, it seems like there's gonna be a lot more character to it. Because a lot of his movies aren't very character driven. They're very like plot driven, and there's
Mhm.
characters in them.
the main characters of his movies feel like the main characters in video games.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Like I felt Scott Pilgrim kind of felt like a video game,
Mhm.
and this
It
definitely
was
feels like
it was
a video
about
game.
that time. Like video games were like a thing for a long time, but like video games started taking off in the 2000s. Like
Yeah.
they're playing like everybody was playing video games. Like
Yeah.
that was when like the first Call of Duties were coming out, the first Halos were coming out.
With the
It was-
Wii.
The Wii. I mean,
The Wii.
The Wii. But I mean, it was just like video games were really like coming up like pretty hard right about then. So like I can see that.
But yeah, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead.
It's just real nice. It's like it was one of those movies where you ever when you were a kid, did you ever watch those like fucking videos where it's like movies that tell you the whole plot in the first like 2 minutes or some shit like that?
Yeah.
That was one of the movies.
Yeah.
That's how I
Yeah,
fucking found
yeah,
out
yeah.
about it. And honestly, my mom's not watching this, but if she were, I want to tell a quick story. When I was a kid, or not like a kid, I was like 13, 14, and I told my mom I wanted to make movies. One day she used to like, oh, we're gonna go to Goodwill. And I was like, okay, so we went to Goodwill, and she found the Goodwill with the biggest movie selection,
Whoa.
and she was like, you can buy 10 movies.
Wow.
Wow, that's cool as
And
fuck.
I bought Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, along with like, I think because it was like, if you go to Goodwill, you're gonna find a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I bought Reservoir Dogs.
Oh fuck! They had
Uh,
Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah, they had it on Blu-ray, like sealed,
What
like
the
someone like
fuck?
donated
What?
it. It was like $2, $3.
That's a good ass find.
The version I have today, same
Fuck
one.
yeah.
And then, I think I bought like Clerks 1 and 2.
Have you seen Clerks too?
I've seen Clerks.
Yeah.
I've seen
Clerks
the,
too,
the,
yeah.
the
Fuck
donkey
yeah.
scene.
Oh, I've heard about that
Yeah.
part. I think.
Yeah. I also got Chasing Amy.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 13, 14.
Oh, okay,
I just heard I just searched like movies to watch when you're making movies, and it was like these
you
are, like-
chose the ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go down the list. I got you know what movie I got? I never watched it.
Mm.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh man.
I never watched
You never
it.
watched it?
I
It's-
have it.
It's straight up. I don't know what the fuck happened to Kevin Smith.
I remember you said like those movies, unless you're like really fucked up, are like hard to watch.
I remember trying to watch it sober one time, and it was like, I mean, it's watchable, but it's like, it's like they're like stoner movies.
His-
Like, I mean, they're literally like stoner
You're
movies.
supposed to be high when you're watching
I mean,
it.
but like they're also like about weed and stuff too.
Yeah. His most rewatchable movie is Clerks.
For sure.
Clerks
yeah,
is awesome.
Clerks is so.
When I saw
fucking
Clerks for
solid.
the first time, I watched it again.
Yeah, dude, exactly. That was literally me.
Yeah.
Like I remember watching it because it was on like some streaming service, and I watched it like 5 times in that week.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I just
movie's
really
creepy.
enjoyed Clerks. It was really funny. It is still funny.
That was the first movie, like first real movie I watched like stoned.
Nice.
It was fucking.
That's a good choice.
It
It's
was
a good
dude,
experience.
It blew my fucking mind. It changed.
It's a
It
great
changed my life,
experience.
honestly.
Yeah, I watched Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle like a while ago, and I didn't like it. And someone told me like, well, you're not meant to like it when you're sober.
Yeah.
So I was like, That makes sense.
There's some movies like that. Like
they're made to be high.
I think because me and my friends, that was like. I mean, I'm sure I've seen other movies stoned, but like that was the first like real movie we watched stoned together. Like just me, Mikey, and Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
And we paused the movie like halfway through, and we're just like, there are clearly movies that are like secretly made to be watched stoned. And Johnny was like, it was the first time he's been stoned in a while too, and he's like, we need to shut this movie off right now. There's something about this movie. I just don't trust this movie. We have to shut it off right now. We're like, no, Johnny, we're 50 minutes in. We have to watch it. This is incredible. And it was surreal. It was just like, I don't know. Watching movie stoned is definitely like a way different experience.
That'd be a good episode for you guys to do. Like just first time watching movies, first time with movies.
Yeah.
You should do that. I
It'd be
would
cool.
watch it.
Yeah, I might do
First
that.
time with movies? What do you mean?
Yeah, like
stoned or?
Oh no, just in general.
First time
like,
watching a movie.
Oh, just talking about it.
Yeah, like what was the first movie where you noticed like the camera? What was the first movie you watched stoned? What was the first movie you watched like?
Yeah, that'd be cool as fuck.
That's a good idea.
Where you cried. There you go.
That'd be a good one for the year anniversary.
Yeah, that would be better.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
But yeah, I'm sorry, Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, the
Shaun of the
opening.
Dead, yeah.
Like it's like, oh, it's two Bloody Marys, come back here, some shit like that. It's like, oh, I get it. And when I rewatched, I was like, oh, I get it. They said the thing, and they did the thing well.
Yeah.
And yeah, for Edgar Wright's first movie, yeah, it's extremely confident. It's too confident. It kind of makes me like pissed off. I'm like,
yeah, it's like, I'd imagine like, it's because I'm imagining like, reading the script, and unless it's like really well written. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea what the script looks like, but I can imagine somebody writing a script kind of like that for like screenwriting, like intro to screenwriting, where it's just like, all right, it just feels like kind of goofy. I mean, I don't know, maybe some of the dialogue would be good, but it's like the concept of it, like it feels so like it's weird how small it feels, like it feels like these are definitely like everyday like young people.
The characters are very developed.
They're pretty developed. Yeah, that's true. They're pretty developed.
Oh.
But I just think it's interesting that they took like so like such relatable characters, like such small characters, Like
Everyone, yeah.
Whenever like I read a script, it's like, and they have small characters, it just doesn't feel like it works, Like especially like other people's scripts, and they have small characters like that. It's like, oh, like this guy just plays video games and gets high. It's like it feels so like
it's hard to get attached to.
It feels like it's not there, but here it's just like I think it's definitely like the. I mean, I don't. It's just like all of it. It's just like it works so. It just worked. I don't know how it's amazing.
It's like when they like write a small character in like the intro screenwriting class. The character's kind of like a stereotype.
Yeah.
And they don't like feel too much like a person. But the cool thing I think with what they did with these characters is they made them like a stereotype, but they made them like not one note.
Yeah.
You can kind of see where everyone's coming from, and they're likable. When you said that, it makes me think of the scene where they like all walk past each other, and it's basically like the other iterations of themselves.
Yeah, I see, like the other iterations of themselves feel like how it would have been written in an intro.
Yeah, those are like what the boring kids would be.
Yeah,
or the boring characters.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed seeing what the fuck's his name? The guy from The Hobbit.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he was in the other group.
Yeah, he's in the other group. I was like, oh, dude, what the fuck? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Well, which guy is it?
He's it's like it's supposed to be
plays
like
Bilbo Baggins in like the most recent Lord of the Rings.
The Hobbit movies.
The Hobbit movies.
He was on The Office.
Which
British
character
Office.
is he though in the movie?
He plays like, remember when they're like they see their
crossing
opposites.
each other? He's like
Oh.
He does
okay.
like a little cameo.
Who is your favorite character?
Nick Frost.
He's funny.
I fucking love Nick Frost. Oh god, dude, he's so fucking funny.
That part where like
says,
Shaun goes in to like get like his girlfriend and they all come out and he just pulls the car around.
Yeah. Dude, oh man, I forget if I showed that to Mikey, but that's like dude, I love Mikey and I love scenes like that where it's like some white dude just like says the N-word like nonchalantly and they just keep going. It's like, dude, they just threw it in. They're like, just fuck it.
He said it like he was so cool too, and then everyone looks at Shaun like, why is this your fucking friend?
Dude, I love that scene so fucking much. That's like one of my
that's
like
my
favorite scenes in the movie. For
yeah.
Sure. It's like they just threw it in. It's like
that's where
they're
like
British too. Like they could just do it.
Oh.
Dude, I want to say it so bad. Like The exact same. I can't do it though. It's true. It's a lie.
Yeah.
So. High water. So.
Um,
That's-
the I was gonna say in accordance to the characters and how they develop, I kind of thought of it like because he definitely wrote the characters for the actors, like
Yeah,
Simon
yeah,
Pegg
for sure.
and Nick Frost were definitely like written like that. And so like when you write like Stoner who plays video games all day, it's like that, you know.
Yeah, it's
But
like
then
that's
Nick Frost,
yeah.
that's Nick
That's Nick
Frost. That's
Frost, yeah.
exactly what the fuck he do. Fuck Nick Frost. He's not fat anymore. He's
What?
like-
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like doing
Yeah.
a Jonah Hill thing now, right?
Yeah, fuck Jonah Hill, fuck Nick Frost. We liked you for a reason.
We wish you were dead.
Yeah,
Chris Farley, come on,
Yeah, come on.
stay great.
Chris Farley
Stay
should have
infamous.
been Shrek.
Oh,
Bro, Shrek nominated for the Palme d'Or.
What? What?
Swear to
Shrek
fucking
went
God.
to Cannes?
Yeah, Shrek went. No, Shrek didn't go to Cannes. Shrek.
spit it
What?
out, spit it out.
It wasn't even just like. It didn't even go to it. It was a Palme d'Or, fucking like the fucking CSIE Special
What the
Award
fuck?
Prize. It didn't win it.
Oh, the
But-
fire spitchy
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, whatever the fuck, yeah. And then you click on it more, and it's like not even just that. It's like best original script,
Wow.
and you're like, what
It
the
won
fuck?
that?
No, it didn't win. It didn't win.
Oh.
It was just nominated. And I
Fucking
was-
Shrek?
Yeah,
Shrek's pretty
fucking Shrek.
good.
I was really
I like Shrek.
surprised.
That's
like
funny,
I was on IMDb because I like saw like I saw this like this. I love movies on Instagram because it just shows you random stuff
Oh,
not in
really?
context. And I'll never buy a movie, but like
Yeah.
I love these random ass movies where there's like it's like called like Simple Men,
Yeah.
and it's just these three characters and they're just like really still,
Yeah, yeah.
and then like Cool Thing by Sonic Youth starts playing.
Oh, shit.
So it's literally just them like in unison, just going like, "Cool thing, let me play with your radio," and then like they just move over, and it's just like it's like a really like awkward, weird dance scene. And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck was this nominated for?" So I was like, "It was like, oh, Palme d'Or." I was
Mhm.
like, "Well, what else was that year?" And I was like looking, I was like, "Oh, blah blah blah, Shrek."
Wow, that's incredible.
I thought IMDb was fucking up. Like I thought it was just like broken. No, it was
I
not
thought
broken.
it was broken.
What
I
won
s-
that year? Wait, that would have been like 2001, 2002.
I think that was just a random. I think it was just a
2001.
random like foreign film. I can search it up.
What year? If it was 2000, it was Dancer in the Dark.
I don't. Okay, 1 second. This is important.
2002 or 2003 was The Pianist.
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 Then the year after that was like Elephant.
Elephant.
Then Fahrenheit 9/11.
Fahrenheit 9/11.
And in between like Dancer in the Dark and The Pianist, there was like some random movie. I think.
Oh, sorry, no, it wasn't. It was the Golden Camera. That's what
the
it was nominated
golden camera.
for. The Sun's Room.
Yeah.
That's what won. Also nominated that year was.
Mulholland Drive.
Yeah.
Mulholland Drive. Oh. So
And,
then the Coen Brothers movie too.
Which
The Man
one?
Who Wasn't There.
Yeah, the man who wasn't there. The piano
Oh, shit.
teacher.
The Piano Teacher. Have you seen The Piano Teacher?
No, I have not.
I love The Piano Teacher.
Yeah, I want to watch. I want to get into it more. I've only seen the American version of Funny Games.
Oh,
and,
that's a good movie though.
Yeah, it is a good
What was the other one? I stole a Code Unknown.
movie.
from-
Oh, I have the Criterion for Coda now.
Yeah, me too.
Nice.
Also, Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, the Kate.
Have you seen that movie?
I remember I made Kate really mad at me because I was.
What'd you
shitting
say
on
about
it?
it?
I just shit on it. I was just like, the editing's so fucking fast.
Dude,
and
she
she was
fucking-
like, it's not
She,
fucking fast.
she fucking showed me that movie.
Did you like it?
Dude, we kind of tuned out like the last 30 minutes of it. But yeah, dude, the first 20 minutes, dude. What the fuck? I told her I was like, yeah, I would call this Moulin Rouge or the Circus Autism movie. It was like, there's no denying that it's like faster than fast, you know? It's
Yeah,
like
it's
what the
extreme.
fuck is happening?
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't know.
Is
what
it
the-
like edited really quickly?
Yeah.
It's like not just. It's like the. It's like they. It's like they're. It's like the cuts are. I don't even know how to describe. It's like,
Spit it out,
dude. It's like kind of. It's kind of like. I don't want to say it's genius, but it's like I never seen another movie do that. You know, like I don't know how the
Yeah.
fuck they did what they did. It's like
Well, wait. What is it though?
It's like so
the
like,
first 20 minutes are.
It'll be like a dance. It'll be like a dance, right? And like a character will like move, but the camera moves with it by cutting it, not just following it. and like it kind of like takes the music and like just like I guess like the energy of how much like motion, but it
Yeah.
just translated.
It's not just that, and it's like also like the part where it shows him like going, like getting ready to go to the theater and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, it's so like. Have you remember Xavier Renegade Angel?
Yeah.
It's like that, but like the editing for it like knocked up like twice,
Okay.
like doubled.
Okay.
If that makes sense. It's like they're not just cuts. It's like it's like the movies while the movie's cutting or like transitioning. There's like 5 cuts being made in the same time. It's so weird. It's like there's so many layers happening. It's incredible, but it's still like autistic because it's like kind of gay too.
Is it entertaining? Or is it more like a spectacle kind of?
That's a spectacle for sure.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Which is kind
spectacle.
of weird because it's cut so fast you can't even see shit.
No, yeah, it's like
Really?
things are happening so fast.
Yeah.
It's just like whoa, 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 whoa. It's like it's almost like being on drugs.
Is it a Baz Luhrmann movie?
Yeah, it's Baz Luhrmann.
fuck. Oh boy.
Which makes sense. They showed us Romeo plus Juliet for class.
Yeah.
For Romeo and
We
Juliet, and
watched
that
it
shit was
too.
so fucking bad.
Really?
Yeah, it's just it's the original Shakespeare dialogue,
Yeah.
but just in the 90s, and it's like such fucking edgy Leonardo DiCaprio.
That's so
Like
funny.
his introduction is him writing poetry on the beach, smoking cigarettes,
Yeah.
and it's Shakespeare, so it's
Yeah.
like to be or not to be.
Oh, that's so gay.
There's helicopters and shit.
Yeah.
It's like Venice Beach, right?
Yeah, it is Venice Beach.
Yikes.
Fucking
Venice
Luigi.
Beach, but with like Shakespeare
Oh,
dialogue.
that sounds
It's
terrible.
weird. And then it's Baz Luhrmann.
Mhm.
Oh, we should go back. We should go back to Shaun of the Dead.
Okay,
real quick.
yeah,
All
yeah.
He's
we
coming
gotta-
out with
we
an
gotta- we
Elvis
gotta-
movie.
Oh.
Oh no.
The guy who made Forza Ferrari is making a Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet as Bob Dylan.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
I don't like that.
I
Bob
don't
Dylan
like
is an
that.
ugly man.
He's not
Timothy
that
Chalamet is
ugly.
not. He is not Timothy Chalamet.
No, all right, yeah.
Yeah, Timothy Chalamet. He's just Timothy Chalamet. I got a problem with Timothy Chalamet. I got a lot of problems with him. But that's for another time.
At another time. All right, but Shaun of the Dead.
I
Shaun
want
of
to
the
like
Dead.
just.
Oh,
Episode 120.
Yeah, episode 120. Yeah. Shaun of the Dead. Yeah, dude, I just love Nick Frost in this movie.
Mhm.
It was just like, what the fuck was Nick Frost wasn't an actor, right? They were just like,
No, not really.
They were
He
just
was his
friends?
He was
he was just-
literally
yeah,
his
he's like,
friend.
you should be in this movie.
Yeah, well, he was in Spaced.
Oh, was he? Okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
he kind of did a little bit of work.
But
He's
it's literally
funny.
just he was friends with Simon
Oh,
Pegg.
dude, his energy is just like so fucking fun, man. Oh man, yeah. Like that one scene where he's like, "Can you see why I'm so fucking angry?" He's like, "Fuck yeah!" He's just- and he's like, he's the dude that he's bad at. It's just like, oh fuck.
Nick Frost should be Shrek.
He would
Like
been a
if
good.
they have
he
to
would've been-
remake Shrek.
Yeah, he wouldn't be a bad Shrek.
What's the word?
He's too mature now, though.
Yeah, definitely. He's Jonah Hill.
Yeah, he's Jonah
Jonah
Hill.
Hill doesn't like when you talk about when he
He
was
got
fat.
mad about that shit.
Did you see the Instagram
Yeah.
post? He was like saying, "I don't like
was
it.
really
I don't want
pissed.
you to talk about my body and stuff like that."
Yeah, someone was like, "Oh, do you think in Hollywood like being fat typecasts you?" And he was like, "I don't. What does it have to do with anything?"
Yeah. Yeah. I
And they were
remember
like,
that
"Jesus,
interview.
dude,
Yeah.
fuck, okay." I don't know. I don't like when they're not cool about it. It's like just be cool about it. Just
Yeah.
like they're literally like congratulating you on like how
Yeah.
much progress you made. Like fuck off.
Fat
And
people.
he's not Jonah Hill. He's Nick Frost is better.
Yeah, Nick Frost is cool.
I feel like it's just kind of hard. It's just like it's really solidly made, really entertaining. It's shot real well.
Yeah. What
It's
is there to
just-
say?
It's kind of like a perfect movie. Not like in a sense where like it's the best movie ever made. It's just like it's like for what it's doing, it's perfect. It's a full circle.
Yeah,
It's just
I don't-
like
you can't even make it better. You know, it's just like
yeah.
It feels so complete.
yeah, it's just like
You
it's
know?
it's really tight. Great performances. You know, for what they're going for.
Yeah.
Like for what he wanted to whatever he wanted to do. I'm sure like he got it. You know, like really well made movie.
The way like things tie back together.
Yeah, like
With,
even
like-
like there's so many like even just like shots and cuts and stuff
Like
like
vi-
he ties it all back.
You know that like one really long tracking shot where he walks out of his house the first time, the kid
Yeah.
kicks the
Yeah,
soccer
yeah.
ball at
Yeah.
him, and then just that scene's really cool where like the camera's moving the whole time you're watching him, but like something's always happening. Like the
Yeah.
car almost hits him. There's always something like moving
Yeah.
in the frame, and then he goes inside, and then they just like they parallel it with when there's the zombie apocalypse and how everything's different, and
Mhm.
it's just entertaining.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, I wanted to say something about that. The thing with Edgar Wright that always subtly pissed me off was that like this is basically his first movie,
Yeah.
and it is like very well made. I think what pisses me off is that it's like I feel like a lot of people's first movies are always like really like scruffy,
Mhm.
and they're always referential to
Yeah,
other
this movie's not
things.
scruffy.
This movie's not scruffy at all. It's so clean.
Yeah.
And I think someone told me like this is like the really cut down version of like a Monty Python zombie movie.
Mm.
And I was like, I can see that.
Yeah.
Except it's a lot more like physical comedy
Mhm.
too. And I was gonna say he really lends to the rules of comedy. It's like rule of three. He keeps fucking doing this, and all of a sudden it's always the rule of three. You always gotta do the thing 3 times to make it the funniest, but you can't do it 4 times, or else it's not funny anymore. So it's like what was it? It's like when they tell like, what are we gonna do? It's like, okay, we'll go get my mom. We'll kill Frank. Wait, what's his name? Is it Frank?
Peter.
Peter. We'll kill Peter. We'll go get my girlfriend. We'll
Dude,
come
they,
back
they
here.
do that little series
Yeah.
of
3
shots,
times,
like 3 times.
yeah.
It's like 3 times. You gotta do it 3 times, and it works. It works really well. But I think that's my problem is that like you didn't even like with the tracking shot, it feels like really too perfect. Like a lot of movies feel like kind of like David Fincher movies in a weird way.
Yeah.
Where David Fincher, like his movies feel really flawless, but not
Mm.
like in a way where like I'm calling it flawless. It's more like it's just a fact that like he,
Yeah.
he literally did the take 50 times to get it perfect.
Yeah.
That's what Edgar Wright's movies feel like to
Yeah.
me, where like they don't feel like there's any room for error, and that's what's always kind of been like a tick with me with his movies, where I'm like, you don't even like. It's kind of like Wes Anderson movies.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like he doesn't like when you go like you're seeing an Edgar Wright movie, you know. It's like you're not seeing a zombie movie, or it's like
Yeah.
you're not seeing a cop movie. You're not seeing Scott Pilgrim's a little different.
Yeah, because it's source material.
Yeah, source material. It's a little different, but it's still kind of like it's an Edgar Wright movie. Same with like
Yeah.
The World's End.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I own it.
The one thing I'll say about it is like it definitely feels more mature.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's
For you.
Yeah, you should. I want to talk to somebody else about it. Yeah, I remember. Oh, I can't share this. Never mind. I can't share that. But yeah, Shaun of the Dead's. I don't know. Yeah, I think we've talked about it. It's just a fun ass movie.
Yeah, I'm glad we got to watch it.
There's one thing that I was gonna say. What was it?
What was it?
I don't know.
Norby, what was it?
I don't know.
They're coming to get you.
Coming to get you, Barbara.
Barbara.
What the fuck was it?
Barbara.
Oh, well, you think.
I like I didn't catch this as a kid because I was a kid, but now that I'm getting like older, the one scene where he's like at his job and like that one kid's being a piece of shit, you know, like he's in
Yeah.
the workplace. Like
Yeah.
I'm thinking about being in his position. Like how the fuck do you like get a kid like that to stop? You know, like obviously you can get
Yeah.
mad. There's different ways to tackle it. But then he's like 17, and he's like, oh, what are you doing? Like Simon Pegg's like, oh, I've got plans in my life. He's like, oh yeah, when are you gonna do them? It's just like. It's like it's more relatable to getting old and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but like Simon still feels like he's young, or Shaun still feels like he's kind of young, but he's like
he's getting older,
old, you know. And it's
yeah.
like when you hit 21, you start to feel like that a little bit. It's weird.
I wouldn't know.
The kids like the younger kids, even if like, or the younger kids just don't get it.
Yeah.
Kinda. They're like,
Yeah.
fuck you, you're getting lame.
Yeah. Turning 21 is interesting because it's like. Once you turn 21, you're like everybody else on the planet or in the country, you know.
The free
Yeah.
trial expired.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The free trial's over.
You
yeah.
got 3 years. And now it's done.
Oh, it's Catherine. Did you hear us? Were you watching the podcast?
Yes.
Did you hear Elwood shit on Moulin Rouge?
Yeah, I did.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't turn to the last time we were watching it.
What's that? What'd you say?
Turn to the last time we were watching it. It was
Oh, you came for a cigarette?
yeah.
Oh, roll
Oh.
out. Sorry.
Okay, I'm really glad that you came to terms with it, cause I remember like I had to lie and be like, no, I'm kidding, I just want to make you mad, cause you got really upset with me.
Yeah, you can just have this.
She wants a cigarette. There's like a little bit left from the buds.
You
You can be like Charlie
she
Chaplin.
She hates the buds. the buds at the end of the cigarette, it really burns.
Well, that's what's good about it.
That's what's. Oh yeah, and in Shaun of the Dead, they really I didn't catch this the first time, but man, I like how much they smoke. He's like, I need a place to smoke.
Mm.
What was the criteria again?
It was like I want to know where all the
the exits are.
I want a place where I can smoke. A place like what like that I know. What was it?
A place I'm familiar with. I think that was it. I think it was just the three criteria.
The Winchester.
The Winchester, yeah. What a dumbass fucking choice. I was like, Shaun of the Dead's fun, but it's like, damn, the characters are kind of dumb as fuck.
No, it kind of works though in a way because like it
works,
allows
it
them
works.
to like set that fire.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I really like I can't when I think of Shaun of the Dead, I can't get out of my head when they first see the zombie and Simon Pegg is like, ah.
Oh yeah. He's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
He's like, "Oh."
What the fuck does he say? He says some shit. He's like, oh blimey.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to say really quick. I forgot, because you were talking about the Resident Evil movie. George Romero was supposed to make the Resident Evil movie.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Like, if you play the first Resident Evil game, like on PS1, there's video cutscenes at the beginning where it's like sets up the game,
Yeah.
and that was shot and directed by George Romero, and he did like commercials for Resident Evil. And I think during Resident Evil 2, that's when he was trying to make the movie, and they were like, nah.
Yeah.
So then they hired that other fucking... His name's Paul Anderson.
Oh, Paul W.S. Anderson.
Yeah, it's Paul W.S. Anderson.
Event Horizon, dude.
Oh my
Fuck
God.
that dude. Fuck
Then
that
he like
dude.
directed like all of them and married like Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, he fucking stole her from... what the fuck's that dude that made Leon the Professional?
Luc Besson.
Yeah, he stole from Luc Besson. Which I found out Leon the Professional is kind of based off of his like relationship with like a 15-year-old actress.
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
Oh, you fucking knew
That
that?
is
I
a
didn't know
pedo
that.
movie.
But I mean, it was like, I remember watching it. I was getting really obsessed with like the movie or titles, and I was like, Leon the Professional or the I Think I'm a Pedophile movie.
Uh-huh.
Alright, but back to Shaun of the Dead. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'd say one scene that I really liked was when Nick Frost gets bit by like the roommate dude,
Uh-huh.
and Simon Pegg like yells, "Leave him alone." I was like, oh, dude, he fucking. I really like that part. It reminds me because Nick Frost kind of reminds me of Johnny. He's like piece of shit who gets stoned, plays video games all the time, and he's like kind of selfish. And I was just like, I don't know, that really hit me.
That's
Right.
kind of funny because
Yeah.
he reminded me of my Johnny.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just like he's like kind of like a little brother character, you know. He's like, you have a little
Yeah.
brother. It's like he's a piece of shit, but like you want to defend him.
But he's
Yeah.
like also cool too, because like when Shaun breaks up with his girlfriend, he like takes him out, and he doesn't necessarily just tell him right away like, "Oh, it's gonna be okay." He kind of makes fun of him.
Yeah.
He's like, he kind of helps him like I don't know, reach a low, and then he brings him up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that one part like.
Oh yeah, they.
That scene is so good, dude. All right, let's rate it. Let's
Yeah.
rate it. It's like 11:50. Speed run it. Elijah,
Probably like a 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Come back to me.
I'm gonna give it an 8.8. 8.9. 8.9. 8.9 out of 10.
This movie is probably like a 32 out of 40 bubbles, just because it's too perfect in my head. Just it's too fucking
42.
perfect.
Did you say 42 bubbles?
But no, 32 bubbles.
Oh, 32 bubbles.
Like even that scene where he kills the zombie for the first time and she gets impaled, then she stands up, and then like there's that circle in her stomach, and then they frame Simon Pegg's head through
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Shit like that.
bro. I'm like, stop.
It's
Like,
too much.
Yeah, it's too much. It's like you when you watch David Fincher movies and like now they're just like it's too fucking like
Yeah,
it's too
it
like
feels really.
smooth.
It's really like showy.
Yeah, and
I-
then sorry.
I haven't seen Mank, but is Mank like that?
Mank, I have a lot of thoughts about
Mank
Mank.
seems weird.
Makes it a little different.
Mank's a little different, but it's a David.
Maybe
Fincher
like Gone
movie.
Girl.
Gone Girl's like David Fincher's last like real movie. I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like Gone Girl?
No, I didn't like the writing a lot. I didn't like the part when she's eating fries. She's like, cool girl doesn't go out. Cool girl stays at home, makes drinks for the
I
husband.
haven't seen the movie.
Oh, you haven't seen that fucking
No,
movie?
That's funny though.
I kind of like that part.
Tyler Perry's in it.
I know. He's not bad in
I
it.
was like saying that like a reason to hate it. Tyler Perry's in it.
He's not bad in it. I remember I watched like the Chris Stuckman review for it, and Chris Stuckman said the movie was perfect except for Neil Patrick Harris. But then I think back and it's like,
No.
Neil Patrick Harris doesn't have a bad part.
Yeah.
It's like,
he's
what's your
good.
problem, man?
I don't know. I don't. I think it's not his worst. I just didn't like it because
We can talk about it on the way,
yeah. But yeah, it's like 7. When you watch 7, and there's
Yeah.
that part when like well, I guess spoilers. Kevin Spacey, like shoots at him when they get to his apartment,
Mhm.
and I'm like, holy shit! There's like handheld shots, and like I've been watching David Fincher movies, and I'm like, holy shit! Like I haven't seen this shit yet. He hasn't used a handheld shot in any of his other fucking movies.
That's cool
And
as
that
fuck.
blows my fucking mind. Yeah, that's it. It's like Wes Anderson too. Same
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's just like
Fight Club feels perfect.
Fight Club does feel
Yeah.
perfect.
Fight
Yeah.
Club. Just like with that scene, remember, like when it's like a kind of like a CGI version of his apartment when it blows up.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's just like having shit like that.
Dude.
Like
I watched
how?
Fight Club not like about half a year ago now.
Uh-huh.
The Snappy Burger. I was just like, because it'd been a while since I seen it, and I was just like, the movie's like perfect. you
This
know?
movie is
it's
fucking
like, it's
crazy.
just like
yeah.
it's just such a damn well made movie, you know.
Yeah, that was my introduction to you was Fight Club.
How was that? How was that?
Because when I met with Kate like a week after, and she was like, "Oh, I'm seeing this kid Norby," and then she showed the video of you punching.
Oh
I
yeah,
forgot who.
punching Mikey.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna be a bitch.
No, really.
I thought you were gonna be like a film geek, and like I thought
No.
you were gonna like I don't know. I thought you were gonna piss me off, but then you weren't.
No, sometimes I feel like I'm like not even a real film geek.
Yeah, it's okay.
But I love watching movies.
Yeah. Anyway,
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, next is
wait, what'd you give it?
I gave it an 8.9.
Oh, okay.
I like the movie. Next is The Dead Don't Die.
The Dead Don't Die.
Elwood, you recommended it.
Yeah, Jim Jarmusch, one of my fucking, it's probably top 5.
Jim Jarmusch. Sorry.
I think it's actually Jim Jarmusch, maybe? I'm not sure.
Jim Jarble.
Fucking Mr.
Jim,
Jarble.
Jim Jug in my mouth.
Excuse me.
Jim Jar.
Jim
Jar.
Jim Jar.
I'm gonna call that
Jim
dude
Jar.
Jim Jar.
I don't know. I was telling Elijah like the background of him. He's just a really like, I just really liked him because when I found out his story, I was like, oh dude, like fuck, you're like an he was like Sam Raimi,
Oh yeah.
where it's not like Sam Raimi where like he made a movie at all costs. It was more like he was Sam Raimi like he doesn't like being told what to do. He's very like I want to make a movie exactly the way I want to make it, even if it doesn't make sense to everyone. And yeah, that's kind of what he did. He like he didn't even make a film to get into NYU. He went to NYU Tisch. He was classmates with Spike Lee. He wrote an essay
shit.
on why you should let him in. He wrote an essay and then he put Polaroids in his fucking envelope of shit he took.
That's fucking cool.
And they got him in, and he didn't even fucking graduate because he got a grant to make a movie. It was his first feature, Permanent Vacation, which is it's like a Jim Jarmusch movie. It's
Yeah.
it's like the bare bones. It's
Yeah.
like this, like eventually it'll become a Jim Jarmusch.
Did you
movie.
like it?
It's probably his weakest,
Oh, first movie. You know.
but yeah, I didn't hate it. It's still, but I'm just like probably like a 6.9 out of 10, or I'm not gonna do bubble. It's gonna take too long.
20 something out of 40.
Yeah.
41.
So, yeah, and then they said that it was an inappropriate use of school funds, and they kicked him out.
What the fuck?
Yeah, but then he was like, "Fuck you, I don't need you," and then he made Stranger Than Paradise, and that went to Cannes.
Oh,
And then
tight.
after that, he's one of those directors that gets nominated for the Palme d'Or every
Yeah,
fucking year
yeah.
for no fucking reason.
Interesting.
He got nominated for the Palme d'Or for this.
What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Same year as like
Um,
Parasite.
Yeah,
Once
yeah.
Upon a Time in Hollywood.
No, I think that was the year after. Possibly, I don't. remember.
2019.
20, yeah, okay.
2019.
So, Jim Jarmusch. First time I watched him, I watched Coffee and Cigarettes. It was my first movie from him. I didn't know what the fuck was happening.
That's cool.
Because I feel like with this movie I wanted to talk about where he has all these celebrities, And I feel like if you're not aware of who they are, the movie isn't as enjoyable as it could be. Like when I watched Coffee and Cigarettes, I only knew Bill Murray, and I was like, what the fuck was he doing here? But I didn't know who Kate Blanchett was. I was like 12. I didn't know who any of these fucking dudes were. It was free on Tubi. And then rewatching it, knowing who Tom Waits is and who Iggy Pop is and stuff like that, it's funnier that way because like it's just complete nonsense.
Yeah.
The whole fucking movie. And this is what this movie feels like, where if you don't know who they are, it's not as enjoyable, which I feel like is kind of a cheap shot where it's kind of like, oh, if you know, I feel like that can kind of be said with every movie.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh.
Johnny.
Johnny. Bitch. Oh. Hey, come here.
How you doing, John?
You can just chill here. Yeah. Pretty good. Yeah. Here, you can hit this if you want. All right, keep going.
Everyone has
Spoke of the
sunglasses
title.
on.
I feel like that's kind of a cheap shot with all movies, but this movie, it works a lot better. Like RZA's in the fucking movie for like 2 seconds, but if you don't know who the fuck RZA is, doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
why the fuck is this black guy in it for no fucking reason? But yeah, this movie was enjoyable, but it wasn't a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for, I thought of it felt like, I'm glad it exists. It reminded me of like Bubble a little bit.
Oh,
this is like the Bubble zombie movie.
Yeah.
But I'm glad it exists for like this, just for the zombie genre, because it's been like it was like 2019, right, when it came out. It felt like the movie. It just felt like tired of zombie movies. Like the movie's just like, yeah, the zombie movies just, they've been done to death. Let's just like, it's almost like the characters are like tired of zombies. Like not the characters, but like the script, or like I don't know. It just feels like it's like these zombies have been done to death, and like the movie feels that way. It just feels like, all right, yeah, another zombie movie, but like, like fuck it, just do whatever you want with it. I like some of the meta stuff though. It was pretty cool. Elijah, what do you think of it?
At first I thought it's like Jim Jarmusch trying to do like his version of Shaun of the Dead. And I guess it's kind of like that because it's his version of like a satire on zombie movies. But like you said, it's not really like a great movie.
Yeah.
It has like that Jim Jarmusch stuff where like the dialogue's like just kind of a little awkward and like extremely matter of fact. And it's like a joke, but it's not a funny joke. But that's what makes it funny. That like it's not funny. The dead don't die.
Yeah. Like even like when they'll roll up to the diner and they're like, was it a wild animal? Was it several wild animals? It's like it's not that funny, but they keep saying it.
Or like Bill Murray comes out and he says like, whoever killed them also knocked down the coffee. But he says it like super like there's no like emotion with it really. It's just kind of awkward.
I also like how Bill Murray's like, of the two cops, he's like feeling them, like he feels the most distressed, but he's still acting pretty nonchalant about it.
He's like, okay, I'm gonna die soon.
It felt like Chloe Sevigny was like the only normal one.
I hated Chloe Sevigny.
In this movie or just in general?
No, in this movie.
Oh, okay.
She's alright.
Were the zombies like Walking Dead zombies?
Yeah, they're just like it's weird. So they're zombies, but they were zombies who like they just kept saying what they did in real life. So like, let's say you're obsessed with your phone, it would just be like Wi-Fi.
Or it was like a little kid, he was like Snickers.
And like when you killed a
toys.
zombie, instead of there being like guts or something, it was dust.
Yeah, it was really bad
That-
CGI
that-
dust.
That part was kind of like I don't know if I
Did
get
the
that.
Zelda character?
Yeah.
That was like.
Bro.
Was that supposed to be like a Legend of Zelda thing?
I don't know.
I felt like she looked like fucking
That's the thing
Zelda.
too with like Jim Jarmusch is like he kind of leaves something like super open ended, and then some weird shit happens that's like nowhere close to being explained.
Yeah.
Like
The movie. Oh, I'm gonna rate it later, Johnny. I rate it at the end of the discussion.
how at the end she's like this morgue lady who kind of comes around and just like kills the zombies, but then she gets abducted by the fucking spaceship.
Yeah.
No, she was
Something-
an alien.
Huh?
She was an alien.
Yeah, she's an alien.
Yeah, but just like, was that supposed to be like known
Bye,
throughout?
Johnny. Oh, okay.
Like, was that implied throughout the movie?
It was implied that she was weird, and she was what country did they say she was from?
She was in Ireland,
Ireland.
Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland, some shit like that. It was implied that she was weird, but not that she
Never
was like
that she was
fucking
an alien, though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the part when she like turns on the computers and shit. With her
Oh yeah,
hand
that
and
part. Yeah, I
shit.
forget. Yeah, that's like the only part though.
I was gonna say. Oh, I think also when she gets his car key, and it has the fucking Star Wars shit on it, and she's like, oh, great fiction,
Oh yeah.
and he was like, yeah, you know. I fucking laughed my ass off when Adam Driver came in that small ass like Mini Cooper.
That was
Yeah.
funny.
Like,
a smart car. My fucking one of my managers drives that exact same model
oh,
car.
like
Oh, gosh.
smart car convertible,
Not a convertible.
just smart car.
Just like the same like body design, same same
I don't
brand
know.
and everything.
Remember when smart cars were gonna be like the next car?
Yeah, I'm glad they. I mean, they
Yeah, you are right. He does kind of just get like big name actors and then just has them act awkward.
Yeah, I kind of like that though. I kind of like how like he has like it's just his friends, and he's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna take like the most talented person, Adam Driver. Like right now, I'm taking like he's super talented. He's just a fucking dork,
yeah.
and like that's his whole fucking character. He's just a dork. I like the part like I just really like how nonchalant he's just about killing people. He's just like, they're like, oh my god, you just killed him. He's like, I mean, he was.
Yeah, like how
was
it's always
really
Adam
good.
Driver's character is just like killing people, and they're just like, no, like what the fuck are you doing?
Selena Gomez, she's kind of
Yeah.
just there.
Yeah, yeah,
She's just like,
He's just friends with her. That's
Yeah.
it.
yeah. He kills everybody like pretty like. It feel like all of the side characters die off screen.
I wanted to
Yeah.
say I really wanted to know what happened to the kids because the kids seemed like they were gonna ghost because she was like, oh, I know somewhere,
Oh yeah, they don't.
and they don't come back to him.
Yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about the kids.
I like the kids because they definitely were talking like Jim Jarmusch, so like they were like, cosmic waves, yo, total planetary destruction.
Yeah.
Okay, did you watch the movie?
Yeah, she kind of did. There's one part where Zelda's driving one of the smart cars, and the whole you know what I'm talking about, like through the street.
Oh, it's just like.
Was that all CGI?
It
It felt
the zombies.
Yeah, like I mean, no, just like the entire shot.
I didn't.
It felt so off. Like that entire shot felt so weird. I mean, it looked weird. It didn't feel weird.
It like looked weird. I think it was because the camera was like following the car like this way.
It must have been, but it was just it just looked so weird. It was like what the fuck is happening?
I want to say a lot of the car shots remind me of Elephant.
Oh, yeah?
Because they're like above angle, like they're just following the car.
oh,
Yeah. I was like, holy shit, dude, it's Elephant.
That beginning
Yeah.
shot in Elephant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jalen said Adam Driver zooming in his little car.
Zoom.
I did think the movie definitely got really preachy.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say he's made 2 like horror movies.
Mm-hmm.
It's this one and The Only Lovers Left Alive. It's a vampire movie with Tilda Swinton.
Mm-hmm.
And what the fuck's
Is
his
Sean
name?
Penn in it?
No, not Sean Penn. What the fuck's his name? The Loki dude.
Oh, Tom Hiddleston.
Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
He's like the main character.
Mm-hmm.
And that movie's just a lot better it's the same fucking concept where it's just like a character that's just really tired of like modern day man, and he's just like, oh, they just want so much and they just don't know what they have until they just keep
Oh
consuming
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh no.
Except with that movie, it's a lot better because it's more focused on their relationship together and just like they've been together for so long, like hundreds and hundreds of years, and it's just like kind of just like, oh, what, like, you know, like what's love now to them, and it's a lot better that way, and it's a lot like just nicer and sweeter.
Okay, yeah.
And this movie is just like it's just really like ham-fisting you like this bad,
Yeah.
wanting bad.
Yeah.
Um,
Where they say like they have to trade their souls or some shit like that.
yeah, I don't know. It was.
And like and going out and living in the woods, like Tom
Yeah,
Waits is like the
fucking
right
Tom
answer.
Waits. Dude, I love Tom Waits.
He was pretty
Yeah,
great.
he's-
Have you seen his interview where he's like, I've always thought that the fuck was it? It's like
The drug one.
the drug
Yeah,
one.
drugs are for people.
Oh yeah.
No, life is for people that can't face drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's so fucking cool. He's so fucking cool.
You got a cool voice.
Yeah. It's like, how the fuck could he be a singer? But he is.
Yeah.
He has one song where it's like dooba dabba deeba
Yeah,
dabba dooba
Yeah.
I could do it.
Yeah, and then he says some shit like cleavage.
Yeah.
Dooba dabba deeba bop.
He has one song in Layolo.
Really?
Yeah, he's one of the
Okay.
songs.
He has a song in Down by Law. It's the opening. It's Jockey Full of Bourbon.
Oh, tight.
Yeah, it's fucking. Oh, dude, that song's. I'm gonna send you that song. You should listen.
Yeah,
to
listen. Yeah, I'll listen.
It. Yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think of Steve Buscemi?
I was about to bring it up.
Steve Buscemi.
His fucking hat that says
Yeah.
"Keep America White" again.
Oh, I was.
That's
Gonna,
funny.
Oh no, did you have something to say about it?
No, it's just funny. Or just the fact, like, it's like supposed to say "Keep America Great," or
This
just
is-
the
this
fact
is
that it says
make,
keep,
make America
Keep-
white again.
just the
America
fact
White.
that it says "keep" and again.
Does it say keep or make?
It
No, it
says
says
"Keep
keep-
America
It
White"
says
again.
Keep America white again. Stupid.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's like dumb, like it's funny, but I feel like I don't know. In the back of my head, I'm like, was he trying to say something about it? Because it's 2019.
I think so. Yeah, it definitely feels like a liberal,
Yeah.
like a liberal approach to it. Which I mean, like, I have nothing against liberals, but it's like I don't like preachiness.
Yeah, the whole movie at the end became really preachy. I
Yeah.
don't think we needed the Tom Waits.
Yeah, that was, it was,
voiceover.
that's what really was like. All right, this movie's preachy. That last one,
Yeah.
like,
What's he saying the last one?
he's saying,
Game Boys.
yeah, he's saying like, all these people in their, what is it like, their iPhones or
Their-
Game Boy.
yeah,
I forget how it
technology.
goes,
I
but
don't know.
it's like they have to trade their souls. Like everybody who's like a normal member of society is basically sinning.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I mean, he's kind of right, but it's like also like you don't have to fucking
Calm
tell
down.
me. You have to tell me, you know.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Yeah, you have to tell
Yeah.
me, or you have to like even if that wasn't there, the way they treat the zombies, you know, like they're talking about like their consumer, like their product that they like to consume, you know. It
Yeah.
was just like it's a little overkill with the preachiness, you know. It's like, yeah, I get it, we're all addicted to technology, but like here you are making a movie that we're all gonna watch in technology, so you know, fuck
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
Shot
it is
on
kind.
digital.
It is kind of like Shaun of the Dead, where like you get an Edgar Wright movie. You didn't get a zombie movie.
No,
You
yeah,
got Jim
no,
Jarmusch.
yeah.
Yeah. If you like want to see a good version of this movie, you should watch The Only Livers Left Alive. That's on
Okay.
Alright, for
Criterion
sure.
right now. I think.
All right, tight.
It's the same cinematography. I was gonna say his cinematography in his movies are very simple, like they're very just like camera put down, camera move. That's it. Camera doesn't do anything else. Which is very Jim Jarmusch, because Jim Jarmusch, it's like I was telling you also, it's like he came from a background of poetry, so a lot of his films feel like kind of poetry. It's just very like a man went to jail today. That's it. And that's the way his films are shot. They're very just like, what's happening?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
happened.
Cool.
And yeah, I don't know. I didn't like when the fucking shots were like sped up and then slowed down and then sped up and slowed down. But what I did like was the score, which is Jim Jarmusch made the music for this movie.
Wow.
Oh, really?
He has a band. They're called like Squid or Squib.
Yeah.
And he only makes music for his movies. He did it for The Only Livers Left Alive too. It's a lot of just like guitar like droning and shit like that, but it's real nice. I enjoy it. I just like falling asleep to it. It's real nice.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy. There's like a fucking interview with him where he's premiering his like movie, but he just has a bunch of effect pedals on like the table and he has a guitar. He's like, this is how I made this sound.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's a badass dude. He just knows a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, fucking Tom Waits, Bill Murray.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Paul Thomas Anderson has Tom Waits as a main character in his new movie.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, as a director.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
That's
I
pretty-
love Tom Waits, dude.
Oh, did you notice the one waitress in the diner scene where they get killed?
What
the
about
younger
her?
waitress.
Oh, yeah,
she's from Kids.
Is she from Kids?
Yeah, she's the one girl who's like that one scene where all the girls are talking, about like sucking dick and shit. I just thought it was interesting that her.
the Mexican one.
Yeah, her
Is it-
and then and Chloe Sevigny are both in this movie. I was like, I wonder if it was like a weird reunion or something.
It's like, hey, remember when we talked about sucking dick?
Yeah. Oh, what else? Oh, I'm glad I watched Night of the Living Dead before this one though.
Oh yeah, no, I did not.
Cause like the fucking the one line at the beginning where I was like, oh, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light out. Like, that's in
Yeah.
both the movies.
Mm.
The whole movie's very like even like the shots of like the car when they turn on the music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like match shot
Yeah.
exactly.
The like film geek dude talks about how the car's like the same as the one from Night of the
Yeah.
Living Dead
Yeah.
or something.
Very Romero.
Yeah.
Your
Very
film was just
Romero.
impressive.
I did not like the film geek in this.
Oh, you didn't?
I thought that
Nah.
scene was funny where he's like into Selena Gomez, but the other guys kind of just make fun of him, and he doesn't really do anything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the part when they're like, Walter Baggins. He's like, Swiggins.
Yeah.
That reminded me of Kate. You say a lot of stuff under your breath, like after it happens. Like I'll be like, "Oh, what's up?" and you're like, "Nothing." Something.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I didn't like the film geek.
I liked RZA.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I like seeing him in things. Like he's in fucking behind the scenes videos for like Wong Kar-wai's the Master, and he's just like,
Oh,
I love
shit.
kung fu movies, dude. Yeah, dude, he's a delight to have around.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeah, it's like Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony's RZA.
I don't think he's listening right
Oh,
now.
Anthony, whenever you get to listen to this, you're my RZA.
Anthony, text Elwood as soon as you hear that. If you ever hear this,
Oh, okay.
there you go.
What time is
else?
it?
It's
12:15.
12:15. So
Oh.
do you want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
Alright,
you're
let me
alright.
think. Is there anything else real quick with this movie?
Uh,
I like the way the lighting looks when they're in the cop car around all the zombies.
yeah,
They
that
look
was
cool. The meta stuff was interesting. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, I thought it was funny. I
Yeah.
think at some parts it was like too much.
The script part,
Yeah, like I think like near the end when he's like,
I read the script.
I read the script.
It felt too matter of fact.
Yeah, but what I did like was like, the things I've done for that guy. You don't even know what I've done for that guy.
Yeah.
You don't even want to know.
Yeah, that was funny.
I like when Tilda Swinton gets like hijacked by the spaceship, and Adam Driver's like, I didn't read that.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
that's
wasn't
crazy.
the script. I almost would have preferred if he kept it meta, where it's like they just walk off the stage and it becomes like a totally different movie.
I was really expecting Jim Jarmusch to be in the movie. Like I was expecting for the camera to turn and him in a director's chair going like, oh.
See, that'd be the
Yeah,
thing,
that
though.
would- that would-
Imagine,
I would have
like,
liked that actually.
You go to see this movie because you're like, oh, there's a new zombie movie out.
Oh,
You don't know who
yeah.
fucking Jim Jarmusch is, and then like there's that scene and you're like, what the fuck? What are they talking about?
Yeah.
I think context makes the movie.
Dude,
Yeah,
I can't
definitely.
even imagine what it'd be like to be a normal person going to watch.
They'd
this movie in
probably just be
theaters.
like, this is dumb.
Well, I mean, they did think it was dumb.
Yeah, they
It didn't
did.
make any fucking money.
Yeah.
I
All right.
didn't wait really quick. I didn't like the marketing because they try to market it as like it's
Yeah,
a
they did,
comedy.
like,
It's like a
They market it as like a zombie.
Not
comedy
Jim
Yeah.
Jarmusch movie.
No.
like they kind of market it as like Shaun of the Dead kind of.
Yeah,
the
they did. No,
American
I thought I
version.
was like, oh, that movie looks kind of cool.
And really quick, I wanted to say Shaun of the Dead is like the British version of Night of the Living Dead in a lot of ways, but especially because it's like the car too. All of them had that classic car in it, but what the fuck's his name? Edgar Wright had a British car because he's British.
Tight.
Tight.
All right. Rating.
I'd give it like a 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Like, yeah.
Like,
I like its originality.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's Jim Jarmusch's zombie
I-
movie.
I want to see a Jim Jarmusch movie that I connect with.
Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, yeah.
Broken Flowers is like his like big one. Is like his like most like
Broken
successful one.
Flowers. That
It's
sounds
like-
like a poem.
I think it's based off poems by a specific writer, and it's just Bill Murray, and he's trying to. He's got a letter in the mail that says like 15 years ago we had sex and now you have a son, by the way. So it's him going to every woman he ever loved.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's Bill Murray being sad. I enjoyed Bill Murray. He wasn't sad. He was just Bill Murray, and I'm like, this is real Bill Murray. Wes Anderson makes him sad. Like he like verbally abuses him, definitely to get him in character. But to give it a rating, this is Jim Jarmusch's weakest, probably like tied with his weakest movie. I still give it like a 27 out of 26 and 0.38 out of bubbles.
8.9 out of 10.
8.9 out of 10.
Yeah.
You liked it?
No. I'd give it.
Okay, here, let me guess what. Here, I'll tell you what I think.
Oh, you're not gonna get this. You're not gonna guess this, motherfucker. Ooh, you're not gonna get this.
Oh really? I'm gonna tell you what I guess what he's gonna say.
It's probably not even numbers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Go for it.
I'm gonna give it 6 point. I'm gonna give it a 6.66.
Fuck.
That rounds to 6.7.
Oh,
it right.
you're off. You're off.
You should do it.
If a student brought this to me, oh man, if a student brought this to me, I'd be like, dude, I can't get your head out of wherever the fuck it's at. You know, that's what I'd be like. You're in your own world, dude. I can't.
Well, I think it wouldn't work as well because it's Jim Jarmusch.
No,
Like
yeah.
it's like integral that it's Jim Jarmusch's
No,
movie.
yeah, exactly. I'd probably be familiar
Yeah.
with who he is, but I'd be like,
So Jim Jarmusch is your student?
yeah, I'd be like, if he was my student, I'd be like, you know what, the world needs you. Yeah.
Pass him.
I'd be like, you know, this is like, I don't. These movies do need to exist, so you know what, you should have all the money you want and all the people you need to know, just so that these movies can be out there. Not that I'm gonna like them, but you know. All right.
Good. Jim Jarmusch.
But I do need to see more Jim Jarmusch.
Yeah, I'll bring some over.
Just bring them all
I
over.
have a lot.
Just bring them all over. All right. So recommendations, real quick.
Okay.
Let's do it real quick. Fuck. I should have written them down. I had a few ideas for some that I wanted to watch, and I forgot them.
Does Anthony have his?
Oh, I know one. Do I want? Yeah, fuck it. I'll recommend that one.
What is it?
Monster House.
Ah.
I want a kids I want to recommend a kids movie, but also like a good Halloween movie that I really fucking liked as a kid.
That shit scared me as a
actually-
kid. My aunt bought me Monster House on DVD for my like birthday.
Yeah.
Or no, like Christmas. There was like a bunch of movies, and I fucking threw that shit, and it fucking cracked the disc in half.
Bro,
I fucking hated Monster House as a kid.
why did you not?
like it scared the shit out of me. That's why I hated it so much.
Oh, dude, when we went to go watch that in theaters, the first scene with what's his name, Mr. Nevercracker.
Yeah.
We were watching it, and he comes out, and he's like, oh, and he goes for the basketball.
Uh-huh.
Johnny ran out of the theater straight up. He didn't come back in. My dad had to go after him. But I watched the movie, and I was like, this movie's fucking tight.
Oh, well, now it's fucking tight.
Yeah, the movie, I like that movie so much.
I think it's because I think I just got so fucking. You know what really scared the shit out of me?
Mm.
Was when they fucking go into the fucking basement and it's like the woman's body is like kind of still there.
Constance.
That shit, bro.
Constance.
I can't handle that shit. I couldn't handle that shit. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god, Monster. Oh my god, Monster
Really?
House.
Fat woman scare you.
Dude, fat women scare me a lot.
Oh.
Like just in life in general, but I think that's where it started.
Have you seen? Oh no, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna.
I think because my mom was fat when I was a kid.
Oh really?
It just scared me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not.
Are you
She
s-
was fat as
Are you
when
scared
I was
of?
a kid.
Are you scared of Kate's mom?
I wasn't scared at first. But I think like after I met her, I think like the first time I met her it was cool, but the second time like I think like I said a joke and she was not having it. I think I said some shit like,
Yeah, what did you say? It was
I think I said
fuck,
s-
I can't remember.
I think I said some shit where I was like, we're gonna make a movie where I'm a hooker on the side of the road, and I only fucking get paid in peanuts or some shit like that. And I did like the motion and everything, and she just like
Wow.
she didn't
Oh,
even give
wow.
me like a little chuck. She was like, I think she said like I don't like what the fuck did she say? She didn't like I was talking about a toilet. Oh, I don't remember. Crude humor.
Oh, crude humor. All right, you got your recommendation?
Yeah, I haven't seen it all the way through before, but it's like another classic. I want to watch The Exorcist.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
cool. Fuck
You guys wanna watch The
That's-
Exorcist?
That's,
Me and
that's, that's
Kate
the other movie.
watched-
That's the other movie I wanted to recommend.
Okay, that's cool.
Me and Kate watched The Exorcist together in theaters. Like
Oh,
2 years
fuck.
ago.
That sounds fucking tight.
Oh, dude, that was a good
I've seen
night.
like some shots from it, and that movie's fucking crazy.
What? Yeah, it was 2 years
Okay,
ago.
and then we'll talk to Anthony.
You'll talk to Anthony to get his recommendation.
The Exorcist.
All right,
Thank you.
12:24.
Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, it was great having you on again.
Have me on anytime you want.
For sure, yeah, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll rewatch The Exorcist.
Oh hell yeah!
Please.
Yeah. I almost wish we could have Elwood on for every episode.
Also,
actually be tight as
That'd be tight as fuck, yeah.
dude.
But then these would be like 5 hours long.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you ever change your mind, I would love to.
Oh fuck yeah, for sure. So yeah, that was episode 22. The E&E episode.
The what?
The E&E episode.
The E&E.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, I get it. You get it?
Elwood and Elijah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
E&E episode.
I
Get
can't.
like E-N-E.
Yeah.
E&E.
TNT.
I can't
No, I'm
replace
the
Anthony.
N.
He belongs
Oh.
I'm the
Oh,
N, the
yeah.
E&E episode.
right here. What?
I'm the N, the E&E episode.
No, but like
you mean like
you're not the
E&E.
and.
No, I mean like, like Ed, and Eddie.
What does that have to do with this?
They don't say an and, they just put an N.
Do you know how to speak English?
Are you okay?
Anyways. So we talked about Shaun of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, and The Dead Don't Die. That's it. Alright, any last words? Let's shut it off.
I'm all right.
Nobody asked.
Anthony would say, "Film fans, come back next week."
Yeah, he would.
Yeah, and then he would like, I don't know,
He'd put like a peace sign or something.
peace.
You'd go to the camera and he's like, film fans.
Film fans, fuck yeah.
Suck my dick, film fans.
Film
I want to fuck you in bed, film fans. I love you so much, film fans.
Oh my, oh, film fans.
We gotta make a parody character of Anthony.
Oh,
Something
dude,
like-
I kind of thought about when I first got it. I mean, we can turn this shit off, but like, I kind of thought about like dressing up like as you or like as like Elijah or as Anthony, like for the whole episode and just like
Oh, man.
don't even like reference it.
Elijah and I were talking about dressing up like John and talking like John.
Who's John?
John
We
Weary.
watched Halloween with him.
Oh, John.
He's the one guy
Yeah,
that's.
no, I know John.
He's
I
the
like
one
John.
guy that said, I was like, oh, I liked your film. I liked your film ideas, John. And he's like, my professor didn't like him.
I just thought it was really funny because he even say like he was like, oh, thank you, no review.
Yeah, I was like, that's what I was. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was
because
like,
that's like the first
my
thought.
professor didn't like him.
John said something. I'll tell you guys.
All right. I'm gonna shut it off. All right,
Bye.
later to the. Oh, Jalen put. Oh, wait. Jalen said, very nice episode. Bye to Kate too. Smiley face. You have a good one, Jalen.
Bye, Jalen.
Goodbye.
All right. Oh, I gotta fade to black. I always fade him to black. Do you know that?
Yeah,
I like to fade him to
you have
black.
like the space coming. Like you have the space background.
For
The space background. Oh yeah, on the YouTube videos. Yeah.
For Christmas, are you guys gonna do Christmas movies?
Oh my
Probably.
Fuck, dude.
There's one Christmas movie I want to
This is bad country.